Welcome to the open book, where every voice matters. Every story got layers, and every conversation opens something new. Turn the page, turn the page, turn the page. Turn the page. Turn the page. Turn the page. Welcome to the open book, where the real conversations flow. Turn the page. Turn the page. Turn the page. Every story got meaning. Every perspective shows. Turn the page. Turn the page. Turn the page. Turn the page. Late night talks with the smooth bass knocking. Whole room tuned when the topics dropping. Authors, culture, real life views. Open book vibes bring a whole new groove. No fake energy when the dialogue starts. Different perspectives play a major part. From page to podcast, the vibes stay deeper. Real conversations every single week. Welcome to the open book, where the real conversations flow. Turn the page, turn the page, turn the page, turn the page. Every story got meaning. Every perspective show. Turn the page, turn the page, turn the page. Every chapter different. Every voice got purpose. Every voice got purpose. Turn the page.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the open book. This is your host, Lakeisha. I hope everyone had a wonderful night, and it is now Friday, baby. And it is a holiday weekend. So I know some of y'all are off. I know I've been off since yesterday. So we get like a 4-day weekend. And so some people are off today. So you're like me, I kind of went to bed a little late. We had a members live last night, but I did sleep in a little later. And then y'all, this live I really wasn't going to do, but it was so much to put into a premiere that I need to tell you all about it. So I was like, let me explain some things because it's more informative as well, as we're going to see some new angles, camera angles there at the scene in the Karmelo Anthony case. Now, the members did get a sneak peek last night, okay, as we went through these angles. So some people may have already seen them, but some may not. We're going to talk about the purpose, I guess, of this live as far as the arrest records will be what the officers were saying about their body-worn camera footage, okay, or the camera that they had on. Now, a lot of these officers, y'all, are experienced. They know how those cameras work. They know how to position themselves, all of that. And so you'll learn more about the camera itself, how it functions, a little short snippet of that, and then go through what these officers said, and then seeing it in action now with that new information, because some of it looks very suspicious when they were there on the scene, when it was cut on, when it was not on, and all of that. And so we're going to do some real detective work in here today. Make sure y'all get your notebooks, notepads, wherever you're keeping your notes, and get ready. Okay. Let's see who we have here so far. Hey, Protected 91 is in the building. Welcome, sis, and thank you so much for being the first one in the building. Hey, Honey 5K, welcome, sis. Good morning. Let's see, Latte is in the building. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you would like to support the channel, you're welcome to send a super sticker, super chat, Cash App, or buy a coffee. And those links are in the comment section. Hey, Tea Lady Boogie is in the building. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining, sis. Okay, she said, happy Friday, open book and chat. Okay, she said it's 6:15. She's up and ready. Y'all, I forgot to get some coffee. I wish I had some. I got to order. I got to order some coffee because this would have been a perfect day for some coffee. Okay. Oh my gosh, please hit the like button. It is for free. Good morning, Tabitha. Welcome, sis. Hey, Brittany. Good morning, sis. Miss Mabel is in the building. Thank you for tapping in. Sweet as they come. I love the name. Thank you for joining. And good morning, Simone. Thank you for joining. Yes, we hope you have a safe weekend. Yeah, y'all be safe out there this weekend. We got the fireworks taking place. And some people are not supposed to be popping fireworks in their areas. You got the shooting of the guns taking place. You don't know 1 minute if it's a gun or a cannon. Okay. I don't know what's going on with these new fireworks, but they sound like whole cannons, like you're in a war zone. Okay. So anyone that has probably served in the war during 4th of July, Memorial Day, all of these Labor Day, when we have fireworks, they probably go into PTSD, ducking and everything. I don't know what they putting in these new fireworks. Okay. She said, I live by the National Mall in Washington, D.C. I get to look out the windows to see the fireworks. And you know what? We live close enough to see them downtown as well. And so that's going to be nice this year because we had moved. So I'm like, yes, we don't have to get in the car, go find a parking spot. So I get it, sis. Okay, that's the best thing. And you can stay in the safety of your own home too. Good morning, that one. Welcome, sis. Look, y'all, we be out over these YouTube streets. I love seeing it, bumping into y'all with my YouTube bumper car. I love to see it. Let's see here. All right, so let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into it because y'all, yesterday I was a bit bothered when I saw this new angle of the stadium there at the Frisco ISD Stadium and some things that were taking place as it pertains to Karmelo and how other people were like handling him, okay? When his parents were not there, we didn't see these things on the body cam. See, people know how to position, these officers know how to position their bodies so that you don't see certain things. Oh, but they didn't think about another camera angle was going to pick it up. And I was shocked. I said, now, wait a second. When did this happen? Because we didn't see this. Okay, did an officer cut off her body cam right on camera? Did she not know that there was a camera watching her? And now we only get one snippet of it, what Karmelo said, but nothing else as he was walking and talking to her. Why aren't these officers being fully transparent if there's nothing to cover or hide? Okay. Hey, Lena, welcome. So before we get into the new angle, I wanted to kind of bring some information to you first about these body cameras. Now, based on publicly available information, and let me also say that this live is for educational and entertainment purposes only and is covered under the Fair Use Act. Information shared is alleged in our opinions as we react to various topics and people. Now, based on publicly available information, the Frisco Police Department appears to use the Axon body-worn camera technology. Although, it's not anything like within their department that's publicly available, like the exact model, okay, that's currently assigned to officers. But, the cameras pretty much certain features are like the general consensus across all of them. Okay. So that's kind of what we're going to focus on when it gets to some of the general functions of these cameras. Now, Frisco Police Department has integrated its patrol technology with Axon's digital evidence ecosystem, including body-worn cameras, their CAD integration, and evidence management. The department also uses GetTac rugged computers in patrol vehicles, which integrates with its video and communication systems. Okay. Now, recent body camera footage released by Frisco Police Department, for example, the widely reported wrong apartment incident, is consistent with Axon's evidence management workflow, though the department has not publicly identified the specific camera model. Okay. So let's just say, given the timing of Frisco's technology and the adoption of this Axon system by agencies in North Texas, it's likely the department is using either Axon Body 3 or has begun transitioning into Axon Body 4. Okay. So that part is not clear whether it's the 3 or the 4. So we'll kind of, for today's purposes, look at a tutorial, brief tutorial on what the Axon Body Camera 3 does. Okay. Let me pull up that video. Make sure y'all tap that like button. It is for free. That one said, I saw that they be clipping the footage on body cams. Yes, exactly. They do clip the footage. I noticed that in real time. And y'all, on one of these news stations, the footage that they showed with Officer Cortez, they clipped that too. I said, wait a second. Hold up. Go back, because you missing some parts. They clipped it. They chopped it up. I saw it in real time. Okay. Hey, Phenomenal. Scorpio. Hey, T. Smith. Welcome, ladies. All right, so let me pull this up.
This is a review of the Axon Body 3 body-worn camera. Here you have the Axon Body 3 camera. This is the on-off switch that comes on the body-worn camera. You would hold this down and you'll see the Axon symbol comes on here. You'll see that red light here to indicate that it is actually turning on. You'll also see as it is turning on, this has turned black now. So it is just booting up as we're seeing turn on here. Now you'll see it says ready. You'll see that here. You can see it both ways. It says ready. This also has a battery indicator light. So this indicator light says 70%. That says 70% there. So that tells you that this battery has a 70% charge in it already. And it says ready. So that means that it is actually ready to record right now. So here on this event button here, it has the green lights blinking. So previously, this full ring would actually be lit up. This has 1, 2, 3 indicator lights showing that it is recording. And these lights are green right now. So we know that that means that it is buffering. So to activate the camera on this event button, we would just tap it twice, similar to that of the Axon Body 2 camera. Here we go. We heard that beep. So we know now that this camera is actually recording.
Okay. I want y'all to clock it. Take note, okay, of some things she's saying, because this is going to come in handy when we look at some of the things that the officers are saying on the arrest record. It should not be an officer saying that I thought my camera was on and it wasn't. She's given us multiple things that your camera should do. We should hear sound. Okay, it should show ready. Okay, it should show all of that. You should hear some of y'all officers are playing games. Okay, y'all are out here playing games saying, oh, I thought it was activated. A little child could see if a light is on. They could see if it says ready. We're not even officers. And hey, this is like a couple of basic steps. Okay. Speaking of officers, shout out to T Lady Boogie for the super chat and for being a sponsor for today's live. She said, thank you for your hard work and diligence. Thank you, sis. I appreciate that. And you're welcome. I enjoy what I do. Hey, True Blessings. Good morning. So all of this forgetting, oh, I forgot to activate my camera, all of that part, no. Okay, it should say ready. You should see a little light blinking. You should hear some things. Okay, all of that goes out the window. Y'all been in on these forces for 5 plus, 10 plus years. We should not still hear excuses about body-worn camera. Okay, even in a random stop, you know when it's supposed to come on, you know how they operate. If you don't know how to operate a simple body-worn camera, you don't need to be wearing it, and you probably don't need to be on the force. Okay, so all of those excuses go out of the window. She is absolutely right, because I set up police officers' body cameras in my town. I do IT for the town I live in. Thank you. We have a witness in the chat. Okay. She operates in this whole, she has a level of expertise. This is what she does. So that one says this lady is correct. See, Mike Howard and Toby Shook, how y'all can break stuff down and call out lies. We don't even have the degrees. See how we have an expert witness in the chat? Okay, confirming the video that we're showing about these body cameras, these excuses that the officers are giving in these arrest reports. Okay, hi, Mrs. Mel. She said, I'm just so happy that I don't live anywhere near Texas. Okay. Girl, you have to do a hard stop for the body cam not to come on. Oh, there we go. There we go. Shout out to T Lady for gifting a membership. Thank you so much, sis. And I can't see who it is, so y'all tell me who it is, because on StreamYard, it doesn't show. Thank you so much, and welcome to the Open Book members. Whoever got that. All right, let's continue. Hi, Lisa. Good morning.
We have this video here, this video symbol to let us know that it is recording, and the light here means that it is recording here. It has turned red. These lights here are also red. To stop the recording, we'll hold it down for 3 to 5 seconds.
Look at there.
It says saving. That says saving, and then it went back to the green to let us know that it has saved that video, and now it is back into the buffering mode. This here is the camera lens that captures.
That's what that one was talking about. You have to do a hard stop. See, y'all, this will also give us some clues when these officers pull us over. Now, there's a thing called covert mode too that we're gonna get into, because one of the officers tried to pull that one, and guess what? I caught them in a lie. Okay, I caught them in a lie. So, hold on, y'all, 1 second. I'm gonna have to bring up my videos later. Okay, because my system did something weird. Now, it also shows you on the screen. So if they couldn't see if the lights were moving to record, notice at the top of it, there's the little screen that's telling you what it's doing, whether it's recording, whether it's ready. Also, if your battery is getting low, so we don't want to hear, oh, the battery died. Keep track of that. When you stop at the donut shop and things like that, take a look at your battery, okay? See how much juice you got, and if you need to put it down. When you stop for lunch, okay, make sure you're being vigilant of these things, okay, that you're using integrity, because it's too many warnings, too many buttons, lights, sounds, okay, to have all of these different excuses. Okay, Mrs. Mel, welcome to the Open Book members. You were already family, but now you are a member. That one said the body cam is always lit in either red or blue, depending on the manufacturer of the body cam. Okay, thank you for clarifying that too. Thank you so much. All right, let's go.
Is everything that the camera has seen. This has four microphones on it to capture everything that the camera has recorded, and it picks up more voices. That makes this camera more durable and more efficient to capture the voices. So that's really good, and it's an upgrade from the Axon Body 2 camera.
It should do what? It should capture more voices. Oh yeah, it should be a little clearer, right? So if you're right there bending down by Karmelo, we should really, really hear everything he's saying, like really loud. But what's so ironic is I noticed that when Karmelo, when he's sitting down and he was saying, I'm not alleged I did or didn't, okay, because we're still kind of unclear. On one part, it kind of sounds like I did, but he's saying something, or I didn't. He was saying something. We couldn't get the full thing. Now, I noticed on Officer Cortez's, and when we get to those, y'all will see what I'm saying. On his body cam, it sounds a little muffled or distant, right? And he's closer to him. But on Officer Ricky's camera, it is going to be loud and clear. However, she moves the camera, it goes red and it's off. You can't hear the rest of what Karmelo says. Now, why is it loud and clear on one camera and she's standing up, not really by him, and then it shuts off and we only capture that part, but we couldn't capture anything else Karmelo was saying when they were walking to the police vehicle? Why wasn't that part put out to the public? Okay, but then Officer Cortez, as he's putting on handcuffs and searching him for the 50th time, how is it that when Karmelo was speaking, things were muffled in the background? Okay, thank you, that one. It does record things around you. That should have been clear and loud also. I noticed that he was fumbling a lot too, even when he was down there by him, as we're going to see from the new angle and on the actual body cam. He's doing a lot of movement. What you doing? Okay, why you keep searching him? Why you keep moving his body? You keep shifting your body. Oh, we'll get to why he keeps shifting his body too.
Here is also that button that we saw on the Axon Body 2 camera, so they can do that camera mounting as well the same way. Here, we still have that Axon marker button that we saw on the Axon Body 2 camera. So we press that. So it helps us with recording. When we're recording, we can press the marker here. We'll just press that one time. You can press it as many times as you need when you're making a video. So that could be for your Miranda rights or something. Let's say the suspect dropped a weapon, they dropped drugs. You can just press that button so you can immediately go back to that video and see exactly what happened versus watching the whole video and trying to remember where you saw that thing. So that is really helpful in that time as well. So it has a clear frame playback. It reduces motion blur during recording, which means it's clearer evidence during playback with a near photographic level of detail.
Hey, Nicole. Hey, sis. What did you say? She said, I fell out the bushes. They need to check their camera when they be stopping it. When they be stopping at all these donut shops, child, look at what your camera on. Okay, I bet you they turn those cameras off when they're on break, when they're on lunch. You're very aware, okay, of turning it off. We need y'all aware when you're turning it on. Okay, girl, be up there eating donuts and drinking coffee all day, and then talking about, oh, I thought it was activated. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You didn't look down. No, you know when that you're very aware of when that thing is on, because you don't want to pick up certain conversations you and your fellow officers are having. You're gonna check for that. Okay, make sure is it off. Okay, yours on. Okay, cut them off. Y'all know. Now we're peeping game. Okay, we're peeping game. They altered the voices in that clip. Also, you can tell there is no excuse for why that body cam did not record accurately and accordingly. Exactly. And last night, my son thought I was crazy because y'all, I had everything pulled up and I kept rewinding. And it was on that part where Karmelo was crying when they were walking him to the car. And I said, the more I listen to this, and I'm like, is this Karmelo? My son, he don't know what I'm thinking. He's talking about, yeah, mommy, that's Karmelo. So I'm like, that little cry sounds so out of place when it's pretty much, when you listen to him a little bit later on the camera, it's like he went from a deep cry to his voice sounded different, like more relaxed and calm, like out of nowhere. And I was like, well, where did that come from? That's what I need Karmelo to tell us. Okay, we have so many questions that only he can answer. Like, Karmelo, this part here, were you really crying in this moment? Or did they catch another time he was crying and add it to right there when he was walking to the car? It just sounded very like out of place, that cry right there. The body cam can record between 8 to 14 hours on a single charge. Ooh, okay, thank you. That's some valuable information from our expert in the chat. Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, they could leave it on all shift if they wanted to. Okay, 8 to 14 hours. So if y'all even doing some overtime, it should not be a reason why your camera should not be on. Now there are times where they don't require them the whole shift, to have it on, if they're on break, lunch and stuff like that. But if they are handling a situation, it should automatically come on. It should automatically come on if you're any part of that event. Most times they can last a full week before charging. Wow. I did not know that. Wow.
It has alerts, live maps, and streaming using the Axon Respond. Permission staff can get alerts like when a weapon is deployed, plus view officer location when recording and activate live streams. Axon Body 3 is capable with Axon Signal wireless activation technology, so officers can focus on the situation at hand and not pressing record all the time. So that's a really unique technique that Axon has as well. And it has the video recall in the event of a late non-activation. So that is helpful to officers as well. Now, this has a 1080p video resolution, which is helpful as well. And similar to the Axon Body 2, it has the MPEG-4 video format as well. So these also are very durable as well. This camera has an 18-hour battery life. So this is an upgrade from the Axon Body 2, which only had a 12-hour battery life. So this is more longer battery life. So that's an upgrade as well. So that is a review of the Axon Body 3 body worn camera.
Okay, give me 1 second. I was trying to close out something. Okay, so that gives us more information from a short tutorial perspective. Now, thinking about procedure when it comes to these cameras. Now, one point to consider is there were no Frisco officers standing right next to the memorial tent when the actual incident occurred. So that means there's no police camera recording of the actual confrontation between the students. The body camera videos begin after the officers arrive and begin locating witnesses, rendering aid, and taking Karmelo Anthony into custody. So any discussion about body camera missing footage of the stabbing itself is a question of timing because they cannot pick up things when they're not actually there. So camera placement creates sometimes blind spots. So most Axon cameras are mounted either on the center of the chest, on the shoulder, or on the upper uniform. Because of that, you may sometimes see the officer's own arms a lot, another person's body, equipment, or there may be some rapid movement, and it can temporarily block the view. So, for example, during an arrest, the officer may look down, bend over, grab some handcuffs, or assist someone medically. Okay. Now, clock this part. The camera points wherever the officer's torso points, not necessarily where the officer is looking. So I want y'all to clock that for a reason. Okay. Because see, these officers know this. Okay. They know if I position my body a certain type of way, but I'm looking at you, cutting my eyes at you, like making some eye signals or mouthing something to you, y'all can't see it. Okay. Y'all won't be able to see it from the camera because I'm not turning my camera that way. I'm going to keep my body positioned a certain way, but I can still, move my head, shake my head, make facial expressions, all of that. Now, unless the other cop has me in view from their camera, it will pick it up. Other than that, it's not going to pick it up. Okay, that part of your face. Now, body cameras usually have approximately 120 to 160 degree field of view. So that creates two effects. Objects appear farther away than they actually are, and then movements can seem slower when they felt in real time. Okay, so this is one reason why many police videos include warnings that the footage may not accurately represent depth, distance, or speed. Okay, so for Karmelo Anthony's case, this means viewers should be cautious about drawing conclusions such as how close the people were, how quickly someone approached, or exactly how much space existed between the individuals based solely on body camera footage. Okay. Now, many of the modern Axon cameras continuously record a short rolling buffer before full activation. So this typically means that the camera stores the previous 30 to 120 seconds, often without audio. Then it saves that buffered video once recording begins. Because officers were not already standing beside the incident when it occurred, pre-event buffering would not be expected to capture the stabbing itself. Okay. Another feature. Now, one of the most significant pieces of body camera evidence released is what was said after Karmelo Anthony was detained rather than what was seen. According to release footage, we could hear Karmelo Anthony making statements like, he put his hands on me. I told him not to. I'm not alleged, sir. I did or I didn't. I know we are hearing that I didn't. He said, now, what's interesting, they didn't put this part, but we heard it on the camera. I was just protecting myself. I know I'm not guilty. That part, okay? They didn't put that in the arrest report when he said that. Okay. So let's see. What else I want to highlight about this? Okay, so those were the main things I wanted to highlight with that part. Make sure that y'all don't forget to hit that like button. It is for free. Facts, they play dirty tricks with those cameras running. Exactly. They are keen enough to know where the cameras are. Okay. Who has it? Is yours on? You know, because I've even seen movies where they ask each other, like when they're walking up, hey, your camera on? They want to make sure that other officer's camera is not recording. Okay, so that's something to think about also. Let me pull up the arrest record because we're about to get into it. I just wanted to lay the groundwork for some of the things that we're going to see coming up. Okay, let's see here. Okay, let me make sure it's big enough over here. All right, now here is Karmelo Anthony's arrest record. These are some of the statements that the police officers actually wrote, you know, when they did the arrest and their part in this whole thing. What all did they do? Now, Officer Cortez, okay, now remember, anytime they are part of an event, and when I say event, when they are handling an emergency, when they are on scene, they are supposed to have their body cameras on, okay? Now, Officer Cortez, we heard his, okay, when he took Karmelo, you know, took him the first time he was under arrest all the way to the car. We pretty much heard his, okay? Now, let's go to Officer Ricky. Officer Ricky is the one we're going to also talk a lot about today because she can be seen in the new camera angles as well. Now, I find it interesting that with Officer Ricky, she really doesn't mention the body camera. But I want y'all to pay attention to something. She mentions the car, okay? Let's see where I want to start with hers. Okay, let's do the highlighted part, okay? We'll go to where it says when I arrived on scene right there, right here. When I arrived on scene, I approached the track and field area and saw Officer Cortez kneeling next to a black male wearing a gray hooded sweatshirt and blue sweatpants. The male, later identified as Karmelo Anthony, was in handcuffs and was seated on the sidewalk by the entrance to the track. As I approached Officer Cortez stated Anthony was the alleged suspect. Now, my thing is this, and we'll go when we get to the video. I want us to pay attention. Officer Cortez had already said that multiple times. Okay, he had already said that. We're going to listen to it again because I want to make sure when we get to that part. I believe he had already said, I have the alleged suspect. Okay, now she puts in here, he stated that Anthony was the alleged suspect. Then it says Anthony then made a spontaneous statement and stated, I am not alleged, I did it. Now, these words here were specifically captured by Officer Ricky's camera. But we're going to notice that it stops right after that. Like she specifically caught just those words. And then notice it is here in the arrest record. Okay. Hey, Tyrese with the T. My sis, nothing but the truth is in the building. Yes, she is doing a phenomenal job, y'all. Make sure y'all check out Nothing But the Truth. Baby, she is on it. Okay. Hey, LaShondra, good morning. Detective Monica is in the building. Welcome, 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 ladies. I was on another screen, so I didn't see y'all. Thank y'all for tapping in on today. Okay, so I want y'all to note that. So then it says, Officer Cortez conducted a pat search of Anthony's person to ensure Anthony did not have any weapons and found nothing of evidentiary value. Officer Cortez and I then walked Anthony to my pre-search patrol vehicle, and Anthony was seated in the rear driver's side compartment of my patrol vehicle. Now, clock this next part. While walking to my patrol vehicle, Anthony made another spontaneous statement and asked if what happened could be considered self-defense. I replied by telling Anthony I did not know what happened. It should be noted the in-car camera in my patrol vehicle was activated prior to Anthony being placed in my patrol vehicle. Now, I thought it said that the Axon camera on her should coordinate with her in-car camera as well. There should be some type of integration. But I'm wondering, Officer Ricky, why are you paraphrasing this when you put in quotes? Come on now. You put in quotes the I am not alleged I did it part, which is on your body cam. Okay? That part was on your body cam. But why is the other part? All these other conversations are not on the body cam that was released to the public. We should be able to hear what Karmelo Anthony is saying to you all the way to the car. I'm not understanding how come we're not able to hear that part. Okay. Now let me find, because I thought, okay, hold on, y'all. Because I want to pull up her snippet. Because it was only, baby, the part that was released to Fox News, it was only 17 seconds. But it's so clear, y'all. It is so clear. Give me 1 second. Okay, let me share my screen. Okay, here we go.
When you're looking for the biggest celebrity stories, there's just one place.
Welcome to TMZ Live.
All the stories, all the facts, and they bring them to you first.
Shots fired at Rihanna's house and a woman taken into custody.
Weekdays at 3 on Fox 4 Plus.
Okay, also take note, Officer Ricky's body cam date and time are correct. I don't know why Officer Cortez has years ago, okay, on his. What is that about? It's supposed to have the correct date and time on your body cam footage. That should have been taken out of evidence because of the incorrect date.
It's the alleged suspect.
Okay.
No, I'm not.
I know how it goes. I'm not alleged.
Okay. We'll be there in a minute.
Okay, y'all notice that? Pay attention. We're gonna do it again. She starts messing with it.
Smile. Ladies, we know once they hit 8 o'clock and I take that bra off, I'm not going. Hey, wait. Sherry's the best time in daytime.
Don't get in the way of my fun.
I know that's right.
Mornings at 4 on Fox 4 Plus.
It's the alleged suspect.
Okay.
No, I'm not. I know how it goes. I'm not alleged.
Okay. We'll be there in a minute.
She got it. Okay, she captured that part and it was off. Okay. That's very intentional That's very intentional. And the fact that the other officer, Cortez, is starting to speak over Karmelo. Okay. Yes, right. Nothing but the truth. Come on through, sis. Okay. She is on it, y'all. She is a detective officer. We put our minds together, child. Okay. We crack a lot of stuff. Okay. So many lies. Yes. Sorry, y'all. So many lies and injustice. Exactly. Good morning, Detective London. Welcome, sis. She said, I heard her say she don't know what happened, but I didn't hear Karmelo ask her anything. Well, Karmelo was talking to her. He was. But what I'm saying is, why is it right here? You captured this moment. That's in the police arrest report, in quotes, right? But when you get to the self-defense portion, that's not in quotations, because clearly you did not record that part. We could not hear that part. Hey, Ray Ray. So that suspect in itself, why didn't you capture that part as well? Karmelo showed compassion, so therefore he didn't intentionally unalive Austin. Right. He even asked about him. You know, is he okay? They need to subpoena the body cam cloud, because it does go to the cloud. Ooh, so that one, let me ask you this. Y'all, we have an expert because she works with these body cameras, IT, right? So if a body camera is off, is it possible to still record though? If an officer has already turned it off, you see what I'm saying? Would it still record? She said it should have the correct date and time, but sometimes they don't because the body cam was not reset to the correct date and time. But why wouldn't it reset? That's so weird. Hey, Shawana. Hey, Tabany. Yep, we never heard him read him his rights. He said suspects, not suspect. And we'll get to his in a second too. No, it will not record if it's turned off. Got you. Okay. Wow. All right. So let me go back to the arrest record. All right. So she made mention of this in-car camera, but she did not say anything about her police body-worn camera. She then goes on to say, while Officer Cortez assisted Anthony into my patrol vehicle, I noticed Anthony had blood on his left middle finger. I grabbed my department-issued digital camera and took a photograph of Anthony's hands. I later uploaded the photograph to the crime scene folder under this case number. Officer Cortez remained with my patrol vehicle and Anthony while I provided assistance with scene security. Nothing further from this officer. So she had gone, but Officer Cortez stayed by her vehicle. Okay, so we didn't hear anything else on her particular camera. And really, the whole time she's doing scene security, that camera should be rolling. Okay, you're not done yet. You're not off of this particular incident. So the camera should have still been rolling. All right, let's look at Officer Otis. Did he say anything about the camera that I wanted to? Okay, Sergeant Otis, he went back to the police department to download his body cam. Where's his? How come we didn't see that in the public? Okay, he at least had his on. He downloaded something. Okay, and the photos he took with the city-issued phone. Sergeant Otis's city-issued phone had a total of 33 photos that were used to document the incident scene. During the download, the initial photos formatting was incompatible with the crime scene folder. He re-downloaded the photos that he took, and they were able to be saved properly for preservation of evidence. Okay, so I don't know what was on his. Okay, he should have had his on too. So when Jeff Metcalf is out here saying that there's other footage, now remember he said that in an interview that there's other body cam footage out there. Child, look, okay, we can see he wasn't lying about that. It's other footage that we have not seen yet. pertaining to this case. I feel like if it's on the arrest report, it needs to be shared with the public. Y'all make the arrest report public, make the body cam footage public also. Okay. Hey, Angel, welcome. Let's see here. T. Smith said, once he said he was not alleged, he did it. That was all the officers needed. That's open and shut, and they don't thoroughly investigate. Okay, I think that's what they took and ran with, child. But what did he confess to? I did it. Okay, of all 4 fingers and thumb, he only had blood on the middle finger, right? And it was just a little blood. It was just a little. Okay, now this officer here, Officer Wetzel, sir, I didn't see you mention anything about your body cam. Okay, and you did a lot of investigation, but I didn't see anything about your body cam. So did you have yours on? Because you were talking to students and everything. Let me go back up here. In the beginning, no, he didn't really, he didn't really say. So, hey, we got a question mark on Wetzel. Wetzel, did you have body cameras on? Your body camera on? Okay, where's that footage? Let's look at Jeffrey Hancock. Let's see. Jeffrey Hancock, I don't think he mentioned anything about body cam either. Nope. He didn't mention his. Okay. Let's see. Officer Fisher, no, he didn't mention his either. I want to make sure I didn't miss the one I'm looking for. Yeah, see, that's the thing. All of these officers should have footage. All of them. Okay, now, Officer Crawford, he mentioned his, but let's see what he said down here. He said, I work with coordinating responses from SRO, CID, CSI, and PIO. I took no other action at the scene. He said, my body-worn camera did not activate when I initially arrived on scene, but I did activate it when I discovered it wasn't recording while waiting with the witness. Wait a second. Wait, he had a big job. He was waiting with the witnesses and potentially talking to the witnesses. As we saw earlier in the video, child, when you come up on the scene, it tells you if your camera says ready, if the lights are rolling. Okay, this is not something sometimes, okay, so if you on break or really not using it, then hey, it shouldn't have been on. But as soon as you arrive, it should be an automatic. These officers should know automatically when I arrive on scene, let me check it. Is the light on? Okay, does it say ready? It's not going to magically come on. Am I right, that one? When they arrive on scene like you Spider-Man or Superman, that, oh, I'm on scene, it's just automatically activated. Don't they have to cut it on? Let me know if I'm right or wrong. And shout out to that one for the super chat and for being a sponsor for today's live. She said, free Karmelo. Okay. Hey, Detective Sheila and T with Lulu are in the building. Seems like the only BTC they wanted to use was the footage that could incriminate Mello. Clock it, Detective London. That's why we need you in the building. Okay. Where's all the other footage? Because we're going through all these officers, and every last one of them should have footage. Every last one of them should have some footage. Okay, thank you, T with Lulu. I'm so tired of the cops using the same excuse when it comes down to their camera that's supposed to be used every time you step on scene. Come on now. Okay, Protected 91 said, allegedly some brands of the body cam will buffer 30 to 60 seconds after being turned off and can still potentially capture footage. And it did talk about the buffering. Yes, we talked about that. Hey, Sonia. Hey, Tanya. We talked about that. Yeah. Okay. Lena said, and not one of them, you ever heard Karmelo say what he did, or did I miss it at any video? I saw it. He was about 9 of them. 900 of them. You said it was about 900 videos. But real talk, I never heard this baby say what he supposedly did. Thank you. That's what I'm saying, Lena. Okay, even I know if some people are saying he said, oh, I did it or I didn't. Well, what comes after that is important. That's the part we need. What did he think he either did or didn't do? That's the whole key. Was it a fight? Was it a kick? Was it the stab? What was it that he was admitting to? That's the important part that we're still missing and that we still have not heard directly from Karmelo. T. Smith said the Plano Police Department says they are to be warned during all official citizen contacts, calls for service, and enforcement actions. And they have a 15 to 30-second buffer once turned on. Yes, exactly. So, sir, why again did you think it was going to magically come on? If you were on break or not there, it's off, right? Okay, so when you come on, this lady in the video earlier just showed how to cut it on. You know what you're doing. You realized it wasn't recording. You knew it wasn't recording. Okay, you knew it wasn't, but you put it in here because it didn't capture that to cover yourself. Let me just put it in here because I know it didn't capture none of this. They may ask me, well, where's the footage? Where is that about, when you were talking to the witnesses and talking to this person, talking to that person? Oh, I better notate. Well, I thought it had activated, but it didn't. But I got this part, and the part you probably got is just you standing there quietly. Okay, that's the part you probably capture. You just standing there, not really saying too much, all of that. Hey, Circadia, welcome. Circadia, I always get your name backwards. Thank you for tapping in. Okay. They were wrestling, fighting. Melo didn't know where it went. The two went. And the officer is admitting he did not turn his camera on without saying, I forgot to turn it on. Exactly. Because he would have had to turn it on. Once an officer initiates their siren that BWC is supposed to activate, he manually cuts it off. Ooh, thank you, nothing but the truth. Okay. Ooh. Okay, that one survey when body cam recognized voice. Oh, wow. The part that's shown was only to help their narrative. Right here with Tree. Yes, exactly. Y'all, we calling this stuff out because I think a lot of this was missed and they should have called it out in court. Okay. Every one of these officers should have been a witness. They should have been a witness. If you had any interactions with what took place there, you should have been a witness. Now, there was a subpoena issued to Frisco Police Department, but it said unserved. Okay. Let's see here. Here's another Officer Shawls. Okay. Officer Shawls, where's your body worn camera? We don't, I don't see anything about you uploading the data. Let's see here. Let me look down here. After securing the scene with crime scene tape and attempting to preserve as much evidence as possible, I assisted other officers with locating other possible witnesses. Okay. We don't see anything. You took some photos. You're going to upload the photos. Oh, okay. Got you. Thank you. I see where it says it right here. Okay, so here we go. We got some more body worn camera. He said photos will be uploaded to the crime scene folder and my body cam will be downloaded at the end of shift. Where's his? Okay, where's his? If we're being fully transparent and issuing things to the public, where's this officer's body cam footage? Okay, Officer Pemberton. Let's see here. I don't see any body camera footage on you. Did you download it? This is ridiculous. Okay, this is ridiculous. He covered the night. Okay, where is your body? Yours is very important. Okay, where is yours? Did you download it? Because it doesn't specifically say it right there. Okay, it doesn't say it right there. Now let's check out Officer Newton. Is this the one? Oh, Officer Newton. Now this here, y'all, I just shook my head. Now Officer Newton said, At the conclusion of the call, I took my camera off of covert mode and went to turn it off. At that point, I learned the camera had failed to activate. Due to it being on covert mode, I did not see the indicator lights on the top of the camera. So I was like, hold up, what's covert mode? Let's see here. Let me go to my notes. Okay, now, in the context of Axon body-worn cameras, covert mode is a setting that allows the camera to continue recording video and audio while disabling the obvious visual indicators that it is recording. Typically, when covert mode is enabled, the camera continues to record normally. It's just that the front-facing status LEDs are turned off or significantly dimmed. Audible tones or beeps that normally indicate recording are disabled. Depending on the camera model and agency settings, the display may also be dimmed or turned off. Now, what's the purpose of covert mode? Covert mode is to avoid drawing attention to the recording when visible lights or sounds could escalate a volatile encounter, compromise an undercover or tactical operation, or create a safety risk for the officer. A camera in covert mode is still recording. The only difference is that people nearby may not realize it because the normal recording indicators have been suppressed. Uh-oh. Now, why would an officer want to be in covert mode? I mean, what is that about? Now, it depends on the agency's policy and how the camera is configured. So many agencies restrict covert mode to certain assignments, such as SWAT or undercover units. They require supervisory approval for its use in some situations, or it allows it whenever justified by officer safety. So, why were you so special? Okay, I want to know, why were you so special first to be in covert mode? Let's see what he was doing. Let's go back because it's not long, but let's see what all he potentially was recording. He didn't want nobody. He didn't want nobody to know. Because I want to know that your officer give you approval, the supervisor, did he tell you to be in covert mode? That's number one. Should you have already been in covert mode? And sir, even when you're in covert mode, your device is still recording. So what you mean it wasn't recorded? It was recorded. Okay, hey, Mrs. E, welcome. Nothing but the truth said the prosecutor and DA always working with the judge to modern day lynching Karmelo. Clock it, okay? I know Carmelo Anthony mom and dad said that they didn't buy him a pocket weapon. Oh, yeah. Yeah, come on, sis. Did they think that we were all dumb? I think they thought that. I don't think they thought anybody would look into this. Like, we just at face value. Oh, okay, the officers, they're officers. They always do what's right, Oh, my goodness. Did your boss know that you were in covert mode? As soon as officers leave their post, body cams should be on even to protect themselves in case someone tries to attack them. All right. She said, come on now. But to put it in covert mode, doesn't it have to be turned on first? So you would have heard the initial boot ups and bells before covert mode. Clock it, T. Smith. Okay. Hey, Peanut, welcome. Okay, he the one with all the evidence. When the body cam is not used, it can be suppressed in court and be damaging to their case. Wow. Good morning, Jamillionaire. So let's see what all he potentially captured that he may not have wanted people to think he captured. Okay. So he responded to Texas Health Plano to assist with this case. I was tasked with meeting the ambulance at the hospital. I arrived prior to the ambulance and waited for them to arrive. They arrived at 10:46 hours with the victim, Austin M., who was brought into the trauma bay for treatment. At 10:53 hours, Dr. Child pronounced Austin deceased. Once he was pronounced, staff stopped treatment and disconnected cords and tubes from the machines without removing anything from the body itself. While on scene, I took possession of clothing worn by Austin and maintained possession of the items until CSI Dillard took them from me. While on scene, Officer Landon requested assistance in lifting the sheets off the body to take photos. Uh-oh, wait a minute. You in covert mode while all of this is happening? Uh-oh. I then placed the sheets back when complete. I then stood by in the room for security while Officer Landon, Officer Hernandez, and CSI Dillard took additional photos. At one point, they rolled the body and removed shorts from Austin, which were bagged and stayed in my custody until CSI took them. At 13:24 hours, family, wait a minute, Austin's family came in there while you in covert mode? The family was allowed into the scene to view the body. I was informed by staff and officers that they would be allowed to touch his head and the feet of Austin, which they did. At 13:37 hours, nurses from the hospital bagged Austin in a body bag. At 15:15 hours, the transport service for the medical examiner arrived and took possession of the body. He gave the tag number, was placed on the bag and secured. I took notes during this time, which were scanned to the report and booked as evidence. I turned in the crime scene log to be scanned to the report. At the conclusion of the call, I took my camera off. I took my camera off of covert mode and went to turn it off. At that point, I learned the camera had failed to activate. Due to it being on covert mode, I did not see the indicator lights on the top of the camera. So is he trying to say he had a broken camera? He thought, oh, it was in covert mode, but hey, it was broken, but I didn't know it was broken. Because, child, look, it's still recording even when in covert mode. See, I hope this is not another Kobe Bryant situation. Okay? See, those officers, y'all, his wife won a lawsuit. Because, see, officers were taking pictures at the crime scene and sending pictures to their friends. Okay? They were sending pictures to their friends. There are some graphic photos that got out, Kobe Bryant. And she just won a lawsuit a couple of years ago pertaining to that whole situation. So if he's lying, then there may be some footage of the family out there, what they were doing with Austin's body, pictures that were being taken of Austin. Okay, y'all need to check on your equipment if it's broken. Now you can't say the battery went out because it alerts you. We saw that in the video earlier. Your camera is alerted you what type of charge it has. This is crazy work, y'all. Like, seriously, these people think folks are crazy, that we are dumb, not going to look into stuff. Officers are trained to know how to use body cams. I have trained so many and go over the procedure when they should cut them on. Thank you. That one is an expert because she does this, okay, in the chat for those of you who are just coming in. Let's see here. Hey, Peanut said some officers use body cams to their own benefit. Yes, that's why they shouldn't be held accountable for misuse. In North Carolina, in order to use Freedom of Information Act to obtain body cams, a judge must approve. Right. Exactly. She said BS is BS. Okay, Sheila said, nah, he got some stuff on there that they didn't want to get out, so conveniently it wasn't working. Right, clock it. Okay, I'm telling y'all, we are not crazy. Officer Higgins, okay, where did you have body cam footage? Okay, these people, I'm telling you, it should be a lot of footage. Officer Craig, where's your footage? Let's see here. He did a lot too. He talked to all these potential witnesses. They were taking, look, the coaches, okay, but I don't see anything about your body cam footage. Let's see. He took up the cell phones, turned them over to Sergeant Bissonette. All of these should have been witnesses. All of these should have been witnesses. Okay, so we don't even know where his body cam footage is. Okay, but Jeff Metcalf, he told us during an interview, he said there's other body cam footage out there. He already has seen some. Okay, so I don't know which one of these he's seen already. Okay, yeah, these officers. Where's your body cam footage? Now, oh Lord, this is just crazy work. It really is. Oh my gosh. All right, so now let's get into this. Okay, I want to refresh your memory with playing. Hey Buttercup, hey T Mills. Let's see here. He most definitely should have body cam footage talking to all the witnesses. Exactly. All of that should have been caught. See, the reason they don't want to say it was body cam footage on that, because we would have real-time statements. See, if someone said, take the body cam footage from these officers and match it up with what was said in court, is it going to match up? That's the key. Is it going to match up? Okay. Now, let me refresh your memory with Officer Cortez, his body cam footage.
Where do you want me?
If somebody is shooting the victim, they need to be over there. Don't reach for anything, all right, man? Stop right there for me. Dispatch 443. I got these suspects, and they're currently treating the victim. Again, he's on the north end of the state.
Okay. Remember earlier we wanted to see if he had already called that over the radio? He did. He did. He said he had the suspect. Okay. I want y'all to clock that, because when it gets to him kneeling down next to Karmelo, okay, and he's talking to Officer Ricky, it seems as though that was intentional to get it caught on video. Okay. He didn't need to repeat, I have the alleged. She should be on the same channel as him. Y'all work for the same police department. So y'all should be on the same channel right now. I know when I worked for a whole school, okay, and I had a walkie-talkie, the principals had a walkie-talkie, the secretary had a walkie-talkie. Guess what? We all had to be on the same channel, because you had already radioed that you had the suspect. Okay, notice here, and I'll rewind it some. Did he even say alleged suspect? Let's listen. Remember, wherever he turns his torso is what the camera picks up, not where he's looking. For those of you who came in late, that's something we learned with these body cameras. Wherever the torso goes, that's where the view goes, okay?
Where do you want me?
If somebody is shooting the victim, they need to be over there. Don't reach for anything, all right, man? Stop right there for me. Dispatch 443. I got these suspects, and they're currently treating the victim.
He said, I got the suspect. He changed it later. Later, he's going to say alleged suspect. He said alleged on that other video on purpose, so he could say, no, I didn't accuse him. I said he was the alleged suspect.
Again, he's on the north end of the stadium. All right. Any weapons on you like that? Go ahead. I'll look here.
How long? He put his hands on you. I know I'm not.
4-4, copy. I'll be in route.
Can we, I have y'all back up a little bit. Come over here for me. Go over here.
447,
I'm gonna put your handcuffs for now, okay?
Right.
Dispatch 443. Everybody can slow down. I got the alleged suspect in handcuffs right now, detained. One second. Hold on. You can open up the channel, and medics are clear to come in. Have them come to the northeast entrance. That's gonna be a gate that's wide open there, and then you come to the victim from there.
Look how he's moving with Karmelo. Watch him. It's gonna be important when we get to the.
This is the alleged suspect.
That's when Officer Ricky walks up.
Huh? Okay. We'll figure that out. So nothing on your person at all? No, nothing? No, sir. Mind if I reach in your pockets and stuff and all that? Nothing gonna stab me? No, sir. Okay.
Okay. Now, notice all of this is being done on purpose. Okay. For one, he had already had him and called in that he had the suspects. Okay. He already said that. Now, he had already searched him earlier. Now, he's seated now with handcuffs on. Did something magically appear on him? Because all of this searching is suspicious to me. Because are you trying to put something? What are you trying to find? You've already searched me. He doesn't have anything where, it's like bulky or deep pockets. He has on these track pants. Y'all know they're not even that deep with pockets, right? He got a pocket, but it's not that deep. So what are you looking for? This is intentional. When she walked up, that's when he repeated it so that it could also be on her camera as well. A lot of this was because they knew this was the footage that was going to be used. No, he did not read him his Miranda rights. Okay. Yes, exactly, sis. That's what I'm saying. This was the purpose of the camera. Okay. He had already searched him. Oh, y'all, he gonna search multiple times. Another time after this, I guess something magically was supposed to come on him then. Okay, so that's weird in itself too. He kept feeling on him, searching on him.
I'm gonna be a little personal there, okay? Just to make sure. Okay. Go. All right. The victim's gonna be underneath that tent over there, so I'll get medics. Memorial tent over there, guys. All right.
He put his hands on me. I told him not to. He put his hands on me.
What's happening right now? Victim, we're in the north end. They got
Right,
staff standing to him right now. This is the alleged suspect. Already searched them. Got nothing on him.
I don't know what happened.
Now notice someone said earlier, was Karmelo talking to Ricky, Officer Ricky on the right? Pay attention.
They got staff standing to him right now.
He's talking to her.
Already researched them. Got nothing on him.
I don't know what happened.
But you notice how hers is loud? Hers is loud. I don't know what happened. She put that in the arrest report. She did not quote him on what he was saying, but she said, oh, he said something about self-defense. And she was like, I don't know what happened. She said that loud enough so we could hear that part, but we couldn't hear what Karmelo was saying. How convenient. Stephanie says, see, what did they intentionally not point the one character or Anthony's face, Karmelo Anthony's face? I just clocked that. Yeah, they did not show his full face. He kept turning Karmelo's body. Okay, so we couldn't see his full face. Yes, it says fear of God. Yes, that's why they ran over there to correct him. Okay, come on now. Like, we're not crazy. He's still talking. It should be picked up on her camera.
Sorry, over here. Up to you. It's up to you.
Fine. This is closer.
Okay. Let me do one more little check of you, okay? Yes, sir. You don't mind if I reach in your pockets, anything like that? You good?
You're just wearing these one pair of pants? No, man. I'm wearing some little underpants. Well, yeah. No, ma'am, I don't think so. Okay.
What's your name, man?
Karmelo Anthony, Karmelo.
Okay. Have a seat here real quick, man. Watch your head. me check your hood here, buddy, okay?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'll tell you what, lean this way so you're not resting on your hands, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, see a little bit of blood on your hands there, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. So your first name is Karmelo?
Yes, sir. Karmelo.
Let's see, hold on 1 second.
Is he gonna be okay?
I don't know yet, man. Karmelo, C-A-R-A.
K-A-R.
K-A-R.
M-E-L-O.
M-E-L-O. Carmelo, what's your last name?
Anthony.
A-N-T-H.
O-N-Y.
O-N-Y. Where are you in?
I'm in 12th grade.
10th grade? You go to Emerson?
No, sir.
Where do you go? Centennial. Okay.
I'm in 12th grade.
12th grade?
Yes.
Okay. No, Centennial. All right, sit tight for me real quick, bud, all right? Let me run this guy real quick. I haven't talked to him at all.
He said he didn't talk to him at all. He said that on purpose too. Sir, you have said some stuff. Quit lying. Okay. Now, I want to show y'all. Now, first of all, let me give a special shout out because he did his big one with this. Okay. Shout out to Polo. Let me put this in the chat. Polo on Facebook. And the name of his channel is Trolls. Okay. Now he has new camera angles, y'all, from this Frisco ISD stadium. Some things that I had not seen before. Okay, I'm going to show you the first one first. Now, there was a little area out there that had some tents as they walked in because it was raining so hard. I didn't know they had extra tents out front too, okay? But it was so packed under there, no one could hardly fit, and students are just walking by. Right, so let me pull this up. There is no audio. Okay, now notice this is the part where they are walking out. Even going to get to one that shows Officer Cortez walking Karmelo out. So this is that area. Notice because it was raining so hard, they had these extra tents and students were standing under these tents. Now, how again, is it wrong for students to mix and mingle under tents? Okay, if you have a whole tent here and students are taking cover, they're not all from the same school since that was an issue. Oh, this is our tent. This is not allowed under our tent. You're from a different school. These kids are from different schools. Okay. And some of them are waiting for the rain to stop. Some have umbrellas and they continue to walk by and so forth. Okay, so this was a separate little area where students could just pause if they didn't have an umbrella. I think they should have canceled the whole thing. Okay, they should have canceled the whole thing. Let's see. Hey, Peanut said again, you do not hear her radio. Everything is to her. It's for other folks' body cams. Didn't hear her say it was enough response for that area at one point. Did they say it was enough response? He said y'all can slow down. Like, why would you want them to slow down if someone has just been stabbed? That was odd to me too. Okay, that's why they didn't bring the real weapon to court. Right, exactly. Okay, didn't one of the officers say in their report that the knife was black? I'm going to have to go back and look, Phenomenal Scorpio. I bet they wish they had canceled the whole event. They should have. If it was raining this hard that y'all had to pull out these tents for students to even walk under and take cover. This is at a camera angle on the same building. We're going to see even when they walk Karmelo out. Okay, that's the same little entrance where we saw Austin and Hunter walk in with their friends. There's a camera position there, but there's also one, come on now, that keeps showing this side. So notice these students are walking. You would walk through the tent to the right to get up there. And on the next video that I'm about to pull up, hold on, you're going to see the actual tent sitting in the back. Okay, now we're about to get into, now we're going to probably play this one multiple times, okay? Because baby, last night I played it for the members. We went through this thing probably a good 20 times, okay? So let me pull up the next one. We're going to see the actual arrest from this view. We're going to see all of what we were hearing on his body cam. There's no sound on here, but you're going to see movements. You're also going to see a guy. I don't know if he's a coach. And then I'm going to show y'all and go back to the video so you can see his actual face. I don't know who he is, but he's the one, as Officer Cortez is walking Karmelo down with his hands up, he touches Karmelo and puts Karmelo's arm behind his back and pushes him to the side. And it made me upset because how dare you? You're not an officer. You should not have been touching him like that. It is almost like they are making an example out of Karmelo in front of these group of black boys right there. It's like they paused him and did that to him in like this humiliation type of thing. Okay, so let me pull up that video. Shout out to Polo from Trolls for getting this footage. Let's see here. I already had it ready, but my computer buffered earlier. I had to pull it up again. Okay, let me move the... All right, now look in the corner here. I'm gonna let it play one good time, and then I'm gonna go through. I may pull it up so I can point with it. I'm gonna let it play through one good time. This is when he's arresting Karmelo. There is no sound. Officer Ricky. Okay, when I pull it up on the other screen, I'm going to show y'all with my pointer because she does something suspicious as well. They had already removed those tents too, y'all. I don't see the tents. They're gone. That were right there in the middle where everyone was standing under. They had already taken those tents back down. And then we're going to see a trash can. Look, y'all, trash can being brought out, a green one. That was odd in this kind of weather to the right of the screen. There's when the paramedics are coming. They're about to walk Karmelo out. Now watch how it pans to the other angle of the building. Here we go. They have cameras. Polo said they have cameras on every corner. He said that the main camera that we need, the Attorney General Paxton, has a seal on it. And remember, I told y'all the other day, I said, if you notice every video angle we get, whether it's from the side when Karmelo walks up through the bleachers and he goes to the right, okay, his left, our right, notice how it cuts. It cuts off right there. You never see the camera pan all the way over, okay, to where he's walking. Even when we see the boys walking in from the other side, when it pans over, it stops. It cuts off on the left side of Memorial's tent. It never quite pans over, okay? Now, let me pull it up so I can point to some things so y'all can see some things, okay? Because when I have it on this side, it's hard to see. Okay. Notice here, Karmelo has his hand up. Officer Cortez is behind him. Now, I want you to notice right here, there's a guy that has on, he's going to have on like a black shirt with white long sleeves. Watch what he does to Karmelo's right arm. And he pushes him over to the side. Here he is. Watch. He stops Karmelo, pushes his arm down, and pushes him over to the side. Now, it's also suspicious here, this guy in all black, with the cap and this other guy in black with the shorts. They continue to stand around. Notice down here at the bottom, you have the group of boys standing here watching. And I feel like that was a whole scene for their benefit. Like, look, we're going to get y'all together. Okay. The coach comes down here. He's telling them to get out of there. Somebody said, I would have been saying, call my mama. Okay. Like Miss Sophia on The Color Purple. Now, here is Officer Ricky. She is now walking up. Okay. Here she is. She goes over Officer Cortez. Remember, he's already bent down, moving Karmelo, putting on those handcuffs, saying, I have the alleged suspect. Okay. She's standing there. She has her camera on, or I don't know if it's on or off at this point. It has to be on, but watch what she does. This is after he says, I'm not alleged. She's going to walk over and she does a quick movement. I believe she turned that camera off right then. She did a quick movement to the right. Okay. They're still over there in the corner. Okay. This guy here, he's still standing there, but I think he's trying to figure out which way to go. But these two here are very suspicious. They should be witnesses. Okay. Then they get Karmelo up. Okay. Now they're about to walk him out. The trash can was already placed over here. I don't know what was in that trash can. Okay. They're walking him out. Here's the other officer. Okay. All of them be kind of fiddling with these cameras too. I don't know what he was doing. He should have some body cam footage. Okay. And then they're walking him out right here. Okay. Let me see what y'all saying before I play it again. If y'all notice something that stands out, put it in the chat. Let me make it bigger too. Let's see. The real knife was not present in court. Karmelo never had a knife. Allegedly, the knife belonged to the Metcalfs because, well, I don't know about that whole M thing on there. I'm not saying it doesn't belong to them, but I believe that's the glass cutter and the shape that it has. So I'm not going to say that to be fact because it had that M on there. I don't know that. Lord, let me just type one by one versus swiping on this iPhone. Okay, right. Hill with tree clocking. Anyone in the vicinity of the incident should have been locked down. Okay, everybody have a seat. I know it's raining out here. Have a seat. But you got officers taking witnesses on the stands. You got officers taking them to the building. But you didn't even secure this scene. People just walking and going. People just walking and going. Okay, y'all didn't secure the scene or nothing. We already saw the one guy that had on all black reaching into the trash can. He takes something, starts walking, and then takes off running. We don't know what he had and where he ran to. Okay, what all did he have? Their first priority is to get the suspects in custody to ensure it's safe for medics and everyone on the scene. Yes, but they also could have let potential people get away. Okay, child, they done got out of Dodge. They done left. Okay, I don't know why I was thinking it was morning time. It was morning. Yeah. Yeah, it was morning. Right. Okay. Thank you. The entire area was a crime scene. Why are they removing anything? Exactly. Hey, Mama Magazine, that trash can was suspicious. Why are you bringing out a trash can while it's raining? Okay, somebody tell me he was still a minor, correct? So where were his parents? They didn't even contact the parents. While y'all doing all this, I have the alleged suspect, and you found out that he was in school. That should have been the next call. Okay, it really should have been when he was back here and the coach was talking to y'all. Okay, you should have known he was still a minor, even from him being in high school. Let's just say that. But definitely when you were taking his information, you should have called his parents. And if I was Karmelo, I would have been yelling, hey, call my mama, 816 214, somebody, get my mama or my daddy on the line. If these officers were not doing it, okay, have somebody call your parents. And I'm glad that they had a tracker on the phone to know that something was off, like, where is he going? Okay, because it looks like that's how his mom found out, oh, what's going on? You know, he was still a minor. Yeah. Why did the student say he's a veteran? Which student? If Karmelo's so guilty, why are they hiding footage? Who are they really protecting? Tyrese with the T clocking. Okay. That kid is not guilty. Turn him loose in my grandmother voice. like the dude on the Time to Kill. He was like, you turn him loose. Okay, don't forget they said DNA washed off due to the rain. Prints do not wash off unless you wash them off. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Now, if there was some blood, that could have possibly washed off. Now, when we went through those crime scene photos, we noticed on one photo, there was a little blood on the left, okay, on one of the photos, but the blood is gone on another. How is that even possible? Completely gone in the other picture. I mean, if they even look at this, hey, Jacqueline, okay, that's what I thought. Why are the kids not in class? Yeah, this is a whole lawsuit. The mom had to track his phone to find out where he was. He was in jail. They should have called the parents. Right. If anything, if the police did not, where were Karmelo's coaches? Even during this video, we don't even see the coaches in sight. Y'all could have definitely walked Karmelo down. You don't have to, obstruct him getting arrested or anything like that. But why is it that the coaches were not even there? Your own coach. I was at the track meet because of school. So I couldn't get my own coach to walk me down. So, be like, it's okay, dude. I'm going to get your mama on the line. I'm going to get your daddy. It's all right. It'll be okay. Don't say, give him some advice. It's like Karmelo had no one out here. Imagine how afraid he was. He's already been through some traumatic in the stands, okay, getting away. But then, y'all, not only that, you have the cops trying to arrest you, but then you have this other coach putting his hands on you, pushing your arm behind your back, and he still didn't disrespect or cuss nobody out. Okay, but we don't talk about that part. Hi, Jacqueline. She said it's so sad that this young man was railroaded immediately without getting all of the information about the situation before they automatically arrested. I was first thinking about that. The same movie. Yeah. Obi, did you see Thelma's live last night? Was someone in the chat asked about that M on the night? She said is worse than we thought. Oh, no, I didn't see that. Wow. She said, now, Obi, the blood would have been gone, but they would bring that luminol and still collect DNA. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That part wouldn't have been missing, the DNA part. Now, if it had washed away a little of the blood, but DNA, they should have had all of that in court. Okay? They should have had all of that in court. Hey, Peanut said his phone still said he was at the school when the bus had returned to the school. Karmelo's mom knew of the incident from an emergency alert email, not by the police department. And that is so sad. Okay, that is definitely so sad. So let's look at this again. Okay, he's being walked down. Now, and I also go back to how come if Officer Cortez said he had the suspect? See, it looked like this was all a show. Okay, this part, it looked like you were trying to do a show. Like you were big and bad. You got him with his arms up and you going to have him walk all the way like that to the vehicle. It's almost like you thought he was going to run or something so you could chase him or shoot him. Okay, why would he not have put him into handcuffs if you were making an arrest? Why are we going through this whole little show right here? Okay, so this in itself looked like a whole show. Okay, here they come right here. Now, here goes the guy. He takes Karmelo's arm, pushes his arm to the back of his body, and pushes him over to the side. It's almost like they run the police officers. Who are you, sir? We're going to come back to the video. We're going to come back to the video because I want to show y'all from the officer's perspective, his camera, who this guy is. I just want y'all to see from this angle first. Then we're going to go back so y'all can see these people. Now, what's all this about? You could put him in the cuffs and keep walking. See, y'all were trying to do something right here. Here comes Officer Ricky. She could have met you and y'all walking to the patrol vehicle. Okay, here she comes. Now, what's all this about with the dudes standing around right here? Like they lookouts. This dude here and this dude. And the little guy with the coach or whoever he is, the white sleeves. like they're being lookouts. This is horrible. What are they doing? He never moved. This guy here with the shorts, the brown shorts. There she goes. She turns off. It looks like she turns off that camera, y'all. Pay attention to Ricky. Here she goes. Okay, she's going to step. Watch. She does a quick movement up there at the top of her body. That's when she turned that camera off. Ooh. And notice nothing else was put out from her except for when she was standing there and Karmelo said, "I'm not alleged." And it was really loud on her camera. There they go. Wow. He didn't even know. Now they're headed out. Now, let me go back to the video, the actual footage. Let's look at these people. Now that we see that somebody put their hands on Karmelo, who is that man? Okay. That's what it looked like, allegedly, Love and Happiness. Because remember, no other footage was captured. She didn't put that in quotes that he said it. Only the things that he said where we could hear is what she put in quotation. She said he was asking about self-defense, and she said it loud where it could be caught in Officer Cortez's, I don't know what happened. She said that in the arrest report. But Karmelo was still talking. What else was he saying? Why isn't there camera footage of both of y'all? Y'all were both arresting him. We should have from when you walked up all the way to the car. And really even more because you said you stayed on scene to help with security. But at least all of that part. Why are we only getting from your camera, Ricky, and you were moving the camera around and cut it after he said that part? I'm still trying to understand that. Okay. Hi, Dr. Nicole. She said they kept his face off camera so no one could see he had been punched. Every time I hear Karmelo's voice crying, it breaks my heart. And you know, another thing that came to me, no, he was no threat here with Tree. Another thing that came to me is why they were doing that. Because he had said, I was defending myself. I know I'm not guilty. See, they didn't want that part to show so that he could have that self-defense claim, that this would be proof, okay? That when we got to him, his face looked like this. So all of the angles are not showing his full face, okay? That's a good point. Do camera, where they can see the other side of the tent? No. Oh, no, they should. No, on this particular video, I was saying on this video, but y'all see the tent in the background, okay? They have cameras, because I asked Polo that question. I said, well, wouldn't there be cameras on the visitor side as well? There should be cameras right behind the tent. He said there are cameras on each corner, okay? And you have side views. See, those are the ones that Ken Paxton, they don't want that to get out from Frisco ISD. Okay, they don't want those angles to get out. She said at times on a live, when the head jurors took a vote, when they went to dinner, made the whole jury agree Samuel L. was guilty. He said that ninja is done, meaning he wanted the jury to say guilty. He sure did. And that judge, not the judge, the attorney had to flip that thing and make them see the situation and not the color. He flipped it. He was a good attorney. He had to get into his own thoughts. That's why Samuel Jackson said what he said to him. Okay, in that movie. Okay, he said, you one of them. So you got to think how they think and turn this thing around. No, he had no one to protect him that day. Even his own coaches. Okay? Even his own coaches were not there to protect him. Yeah, it looked like she hit that button. When she walked to the side, see, they forgot these cameras were up. You can manipulate y'all body cams and know, oh, yours on. Y'all got that inside thing, but y'all forgot this building also had cameras too. That we weren't going to one day get this footage and see the moves that were being made, that this man touched Karmelo. Because you will see in Cortez's camera, you can see the guy, but we can't see the move. We can't see him grab Karmelo's arm, pushes his arm behind him and push him over to the side. We can't see that part. All right, so let's go.
Where do you want me?
If somebody is shooting the victim, they need to be over there. Don't reach for anything, all right, man? Stop right there for me. Dispatch 443. I got these suspects, and they're currently treating the victim. Again, he's on the north end of the stadium. All right. Any weapons on you like that? Good. I'll look here.
Okay, here we come. There they go, standing there. Y'all see?
4-4, copy, I'll be in route.
Okay, before he gets closer, they're in position. These are the ones we saw on the camera from the other side. Here's the I don't know if he's a coach. He might be a coach, but he has on a uniform shirt and the white sleeves. Then you have the guy with the all black on right there standing. Now, y'all see as we get closer, let me show you. Okay, this parent over here and her son, they are witnesses too. Okay, to some stuff. They probably heard some things too that this guy was saying after he did that.
Y'all back up a little bit. Come over here for me.
Okay.
Over here.
That's when he grabbed Karmelo. Y'all saw that?
Y'all back up a little bit. Come over here for me. Over here.
He grabbed Karmelo's arm. See, we can't see it though.
I know I'm not.
4-4, copy, I'll be in route.
Y'all back up a little bit. Come
Okay, there he is.
over here for me. Over here.
I'm trying to stop it on his face. Hold on.
Y'all back up a little bit. Come over.
Okay. Whoever this guy is, okay, he's probably one of them coaches at the school. I don't know which school, but him right here, he's the one that was touching all on Karmelo. You have not been authorized to do that. See, we couldn't see that in the video, but see how this officer is trying to make a whole, like he's parading him around. Okay. He's parading him. Y'all clear that. You act like you got a whole entourage. You got a young man you could have grabbed them handcuffs on and taken him. Okay, but you making a whole scene. Can y'all move? Can y'all move? I got suspect. Can y'all move? Like you doing something big and bad. First of all, if y'all were doing something big and bad, y'all should have had some security up there in the stands. Y'all should have had a security guard monitoring these kids. Y'all should have had coaches monitoring the kids if y'all want to do something big and bad. Now you're trying to parade him around and allowing other people to touch him. No, that's not his job. They running the cops in the city. Okay? Yeah, it was an excellent movie. Yes. Hey, Shamika. Hey, Candy Girl Pink. Yes, girl. Okay, Shamika. I hope this baby get his justice and the Anthony family sue the hell out of all of them. Yes, girl, this is crazy work. That's insane to let someone else touch him. Yes. Yep, he did say that. He said, I know I'm not guilty and welcome. Especially if folks can't go to other tents. Thank you. Y'all should have had some security. Is this the same coach that jumped over the gate with Eddie? I think was that the black? I think that was the black coach. Because they had to tell him to calm down. Yeah, so whoever this guy is, this is the one in the video right here to the right. that touch Karmelo.
Here,
There's the part.
over here. I'm gonna put your handcuffs for now, okay?
Big body where you put. He could have been done that and then just walk him up. Why are you still waiting right there? He's
Dispatch 443. Everybody can slow down. I got the alleged suspect in handcuffs right now, detained.
so he could just walk.
Everyone else can slow down. Suspects detained in handcuffs.
Hold on. You can open up the channel, and medics are clear to come in. Have them come to the northeast entrance. That's gonna be a gate that's wide open there, and then come to the victim from there.
See how he's moving his arm position.
This is the alleged suspect.
Okay.
All right.
Look.
Okay. We'll figure that out.
Rick caught it. He caught it
So
on her.
nothing on your person at all? Nothing?
No, sir.
Mind if I reach in your pockets and stuff and all that? Nothing gonna stab me?
No, sir.
Okay.
I'm gonna be out with this.
I'm gonna get a little personal there, okay? Just to make sure.
My purse right there.
Okay.
You want me to get up now?
All right. The victim's gonna be underneath that tent over there, so I'll get medics.
I think he was analyzing.
Memorial tent over there, guys. All right.
He put his hands on me. I told him not to. He put his hands on me.
What's happening right now? Victim is over here on the north end. They got staff standing to him right now. This is the
He kept saying it. Y'all heard him.
already. No. Already searched them. Got nothing.
He's talking to her.
443. Check the name of that CPR process for a witness. Freezing. You have the wrong thing.
Sorry, over here. Sorry. Up to you. It's up to you.
That's fine. This is closer.
Let me do one more little check of you, okay?
Yes, sir.
You don't mind if I reach in your pockets, anything like that? You good?
You're just wearing this one pair of pants? I'm wearing some little underwear. Well, yeah. Like no, ma'am, I don't think so.
What's your name, man?
Jacqueline, I
Karmelo
heard
Anthony,
that.
Karmelo.
I heal the world.
Have a seat here real quick, man. Watch your head. Let me check your hood here, buddy, okay?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'll tell you what, lean this way so you're not resting on your hands, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, see a little bit of blood on your hands there, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right.
402, I won't see.
So your first name is Karmelo?
Yes, sir. Karmelo.
Let's see, hold on one second.
Is he gonna be okay?
I don't know yet, man. Karmelo, C-A-R-A.
K-A-R.
K-A-R.
M-E-L-O.
M-E-L-O. Carmelo, what's your last name?
Anthony.
A-N-T-H. O-N-Y. Where are you in?
I'm in 12th grade.
10th grade? You go to Emerson?
No, sir.
Where do you go? Centennial. Okay.
I'm in 12th grade.
12th grade?
Yes, sir.
Okay. No, Centennial. All right, sit tight for me real quick, bud, all right? Let me run this guy real quick. I haven't talked to him at all.
He's talking about, I haven't talked to him at all. Sir, stop. You did. Okay, you did. Now, let me let y'all listen to Ricky's again, because I want y'all to catch, for those of you who are just coming in, welcome. I want y'all to catch when she walks up, when we go to the other angle, she walks up, she catches the part. She catches the part that she needed to catch for all of this, right? And she walks over right when she's fumbling with her camera is when we will see her in the other angle, walking over to the middle, touching her upper body, and then moves back over there where they are. At that point on, we should still have camera footage. Okay, we should still hear Karmelo. We should still hear what he was asking you, talking to you about. Okay. Let's see. For the other cameras that showed up, notice there's no echo from the other radios. Okay, come on now. Hey, Charlotte. She said they all lied on Karmelo, but karma is coming for all of them that was involved. Okay. Hey, Verb, welcome. Good morning. Hey, TA, she said, I can't understand why Karmelo didn't tell them popos he was the victim. 5 or 6 boys jumped him. Yeah, but he could have been trying to say that when he said, I didn't. Okay, he could have been saying that, but we can't hear what else because the officer started talking over him. And I feel that that was intentional too, in my opinion. Salute, Miss V. Welcome. Thank you for joining, sis. Okay, so let's look at hers again. He walks over. Now he's already said he got the suspect.
It's the alleged suspect.
Okay.
You messing with it.
No, I'm not. Well, I know how it goes. I'm not alleged. I did.
Okay. We'll be there in a minute.
And it's gone. It's gone. Okay? It's gone. Now, let me show y'all something. Give me 1 second. Officer Ricky, where is that body camera? What were you fooling with up there on the upper right-hand side? Okay, I don't see a body camera up top on her. Now, this on the right side. Okay, I was looking at that, and I was like, "Well, did she move it? Like, because it's supposed to be worn more so upper, right? So it's hard in this still shot because I was trying to get it where her body was fully turned so I could see all of the equipment. But even ChatGPT could not find it. So I was like, no, wait a minute. What is going on? Okay, yes, right, honey, 5K. That broke my heart when I first heard that. Yes. Megan Metcalf and Jeff Metcalf know the truth. They lied on an innocent young man. Allegedly, I believe Hunter is the one that stabbed his own brother. You know, I was listening to Nothing But the Truth's video. She did a great video, something she brought out about Jeff Metcalf, something he said during that racist rant, because I didn't watch that video, child. But she pulled out something that he said about Hunter. And then when you group that with what Megan has said about Hunter in itself, I wonder, has he even tried to get with her, like jump on her before? And Austin had to step in to stop him from jumping on his own mother. She still seems afraid of her own son. And with Austin, I think he may have been the one to kind of protect her as well. I wonder, did she move it? Right, on Mama Magazine. I wonder in that moment, because we're gonna go back to the other angle. But y'all pay attention. After she caught what Karmelo said, she moved really fast. She did it quickly, and then she went back over there. Why did you go over and then walk back over there? But see, when we saw it from your camera view, we saw you messing with it. You didn't know they had this other angle, right? Okay, let's go back to it. We're going to go back to that other angle. I said, no, wait. That was the first thing that I caught. I said, what is she doing right there? When I was watching that footage, and then when I went back to her video, I said, oh, hold up. Okay, here we go. Karmelo's coming down. Okay. The guy is going to take his arm right here, pushes his arm back behind him, and he pushes him over to the side. Then Officer Cortez proceeds to put the handcuffs on, while dude in the big black stands around, and these are khaki shorts and black, I guess that's a sweatshirt. He stands around the whole time. Okay, the whole time. Even these boys, they couldn't even go help Karmelo. He's shooing them away. They couldn't be a witness. But these other two, and the one with the glove, the sleeves. Here comes Officer Ricky. Okay, here she goes. She walks up. She goes over there. Cortez has him down, moving around, moving Karmelo. I have the alleged suspect right here. Put your camera on it. You know. Karmelo talking. She gets it. She stands there for a second. She goes over. She about to go over. About to be quick. Watch what she does. Reaches up, over, turns her back around, and goes back over there. At this point, whatever was said, we haven't heard yet from her perspective. We only hear it from Officer Cortez. Now, this guy is bringing out a trash can. I don't know where he going with the trash can during a whole rainstorm. The medics are entering. Okay, Karmelo, Officer Cortez, Ricky. This officer comes up. He should have it on his body cam. Look at him fooling around at the top. What you doing? Y'all covering these doggone body cams so we can't hear clearly. Y'all know where the mics are. And they're about to go out. See, even in the video we watched earlier, y'all, even in that video, it showed where the mics are. That lady showed us where the mics are. I'm going to just let this play as I talk so y'all can catch different stuff. She showed us where the mics are on the video. Shout out to Polo, trolls for this footage. I watched. Oh, it's not going to play when I'm on this screen. Hold on. I'll pull up the other one. I forgot when I come from over there, it stops playing. Let me read some comments first. I watched another CC yesterday. She said while on a cruise, she ran into a teacher of one of the twins. She said the teacher told her the wrong twin got deleted. I heard that. Yes, I was going to bring that up in a live too. I heard that. I was shocked. How Carmelo Anthony have that one speck of blood after he already put his hands on his hair. Does anyone know who put something in the garbage can and who and why was the young man taking off his clothes? I heard that too. It might have been the brother. Well, no, that was one of Carmelo's teammates. And I'm not sure when that footage was taken because he was seen in another photo because some people thought that was Eddie, but it wasn't Eddie. The garbage can guy, yes, he's been identified, but I mean, we don't know what he was doing with the garbage can. It looked like he put something in his pocket, but he definitely took off running. So we don't even know where he went or what he had. I do believe Hunter is the one that really did that to his brother. The bloody hate on him with his own blood. I heard that very same story about the educator on the cruise. The mother was given a plethora of, yeah. And you know what? That cruise was before Megan came out here talking about her son. Okay. So one teacher had already clocked it. And then later on, she came on the panel on TikTok and she was spilling it too. So it coincided with what that teacher said, not only in a rainstorm, but during the whole investigation. Exactly. That's suspicious. You moving trash. Okay. So many disgusting tricks they played. Exactly. My question is, while this is going on, what's happening at the bleachers? See, y'all see in the background, there's the tent. Y'all see how it's not the same texture like that blurry video that we should have at least been able to see bodies. We should be able to see it more distinct. Look at how far this is back. We can see, even looking at the screen, Karmelo, we can kind of identify that's a whole body right there, the color of his outfit. We could see a police officer back there. They're separated, not blobs of people. So why is it on the one y'all showed to the jury, it's like blobs? You can't see that they're real people. We could see real people. Now, if we get the other camera angles, okay, come on now, it's going to be even closer to the tent. There are other cameras over there on the same side. Why is it that those cameras are not being released, those views? If y'all want to be fully transparent with the public, y'all give us this crappy, blurry video. Okay, Karmelo had a cut on his hand. Yes, I believe Hunter did it, talking to his girlfriend. and driving his car and captain of the team trying to take his spot. He was coming for the #1 spot, okay? Let's see. I had a question too about Karmelo not having blood on him. Now I'm gonna get into something that I found out about that, y'all, because when I looked up, when we were talking about one of the coaches was testifying, and he had said the abdomen. I looked that up because I was like, why is that standing out? Like, we had never heard abdomen. We had always heard the chest. So when I did look it up, and I'll go into it more in depth on another live, but it did say that based on that autopsy, when I input that data, it said that it was kind of the chest area, but the cut, where the way that it was made was towards the upper abdomen area. So it's like kind of that conjoining spot right there. So I was going to give a little more technical, the name that they gave and what happened. And a lot of the bleeding was more so internally from that type of incision. It was more so of some internal bleeding. For him not to want to stay at home after the incident happened shows something wasn't right. That's true. That's so true. Did you notice they never showed Karmelo's face? Yes, Anthony. We were talking about that. He kept moving him around, y'all, shifting his body. Let's look at this video again. If y'all see something, hey, Brandy, that stands out, let me know. I'm going to move the comments for right now. Here you go. He takes Karmelo's arm and marches him on over. Then look at all of them. Like some hounds around Karmelo. These boys wanted to help. Nothing they can do. That guy, he's on a cell phone. Man, because they would have been in trouble too. Then the coach came, shooing them up out of there. They still standing around like some little hounds. Here she comes. I don't know who this guy is in blue. We were trying to figure that out last night. They had some black girls there. He's showing them out, y'all. Look at Ricky. She goes over there, catches what she needs. Hold up. Let's look at their interaction. Y'all, let's zoom in and pay attention to the cops, their interactions. Because remember, he positions himself, because we see it from his angle. He's moving Karmelo's arms back and forth. Pay attention to their eye movement. We can't see close eye movements, but you know how like you can kind of see if somebody's making eyes, if someone are nodding or something like that. Let's pay attention to that part on this time. Let me go back a little more. Okay. Here she goes. Let's take a look at that part. Their interactions. His back is to her when she first gets there. Okay. He's down on his knees. Okay. She walks up. He's motioning. Okay. He doing some. Then he moves over to the right. He looks up at her. He's questioning, saying little stuff. We heard from his side. She moves, goes over quickly up to the right, and walks back over. I don't know who these people are standing on lookout. There he goes with the white sleeves. I can't believe they control the police there. Here's the other officer. And they leave. Look how crystal clear that camera view is. Crystal clear. Wow. Okay, let's see what y'all saying. Brandy said, my question, if his face was bruised up after the incident, then the parent should know that wasn't the correct photo that was presented of him. Why wasn't a fuss made about it in court? Exactly. And I think, yeah, his dad on that recent interview that they did with Breakfast Club that was played on Breakfast Club, his dad did bring that up because he said his finger was cut, his face. He talked about his face was bruised. Yes, he brought that up. A lot of what didn't go on in court, y'all. We already can guess what it was. Okay, we could go probably down a million things that were not done properly in court. But something, and I'm going to do a premiere about this today because I want to show y'all with, so you can see it with your own eyes. I shared some of this with the members last night. Mike Howard. Now, this is another way we know that this was a potential setup, even in the courtroom. Do y'all know that Mike Howard is a professor at a law school in Dallas? And guess what his class is? Let me pull up the official name. Let me show y'all this right quick. This tripped me out. I just couldn't believe it, y'all. Do y'all see this? He is a professor at Dedman School of Law. He teaches a course, Jury Selection, the rules, psychology, and mechanics of picking a jury. What in the entire world? Every student needs a refund. How are you teaching a course, criminal law, and jury selection, and we get the jury that we got for Karmelo Anthony's trial? This showed even more so that this was a setup. This is supposed to be your expertise. See, I know we go to, the parents, why did the parents go with this guy? Why didn't they research? On paper, those lawyers look good. Toby Shook has all kind of accolades, awards, been doing cases over and over and over. Okay, Mike Howard, you mean, you specialize in picking juries? Okay, you gonna be good. You a whole legal analyst out here on a whole other case in Uvalde that happened there in Texas, while you should have been preparing, sir, for Karmelo's trial. Why are you trying to get all this press being a legal analyst? Yeah, I'm gonna call it out. You were so focused on what was taking place with that Robb Elementary School, all on ABC News, sir, being their legal analyst, and ain't done nothing for Karmelo's trial. It showed in the lack on the docket that you were not doing anything for his trial. We should not have had a jury like this if this is your specialty. You teach students how to do this. What? And that's what we got, not a one black juror on that jury. So on paper, these people looked like they would be great for this case. I could not believe this when I saw this. Oh, y'all, now also, he started a whole YouTube channel. Okay, that was just started last month after the trial. What are you doing? I wouldn't dare, and then don't have no subscribers and no views. I wonder why. Look at how you handled this trial. I just could not believe it, y'all, when I saw this. I said, this man teaches? This is his course? Oh, no. Every student needs a refund. It's no way I was signing up for your class if I attended this law school. It's no way. And I shared this with the members yesterday because I'm going to show y'all the other things that I found pertaining to this guy. Like, you did not have Karmelo's best interest in heart. It is so sad. Yes, that's what I want to know. Who are those boys standing around, right? Love and happiness. Why did they all have to move to Karmelo when he was pushed to the side? Thank you. Phenomenal Scorpio. That looks suspicious to me. Okay, and then they kept hanging around like they were some type of lookout. Where y'all, I want to know this. Were y'all witnesses on the stand? Okay. Y'all were standing there. Hey, I am somebody. Welcome. This video came from Trolls Polo shared this yesterday. Yes. Or yeah, I think it was yesterday. Yeah. You think to plant blood on the clothes? I don't know, Verb. Because all I know is Cortez said that when they went to jail, it's in the arrest report, he took Karmelo's clothes. Okay. He put the clothes in his trunk. I'm still not understanding why you got his clothes in your trunk. And he waited for the CSI person, scene investigator, to come and get the clothes out the trunk. What? What kind of bootleg stuff do y'all got going on in Frisco? That should have been held with evidence. Why you taking stuff out, putting it in trunks and stuff? Just like we still trying to figure out why a trash can is being taken out in the rain. That should have been the least of y'all's concerns when you have Austin over here fighting for his life. Why are we worried about taking out trash cans? It looks suspicious. Okay? It just looks suspicious. I mean, who picking it up right now during the whole rainstorm? Eddie and Hunter both planned this whole thing. Hunter wanted Austin's girl in life, and Eddie wanted Karmelo's girl. This was all premeditated. Yeah, right, Verb. You've been clocking it. Thank you, Verb. Yes, that was in her arrest report. We see his clothes doesn't have any blood on them. Okay, he had just a little, y'all, it was like a little dab. When you look at the evidence picture, it was like a little dab of blood right there on his sweatshirt. Yeah, crystal clear. We're going to go back. I just wanted to show y'all this. He teaches a whole course in this. Okay, so how again did we get this jury with no blacks? Right. Like, what? And you got a new YouTube channel. He's trying to get his views and subscribers up off of Karmelo. I just cannot believe it. Okay, I cannot believe it. Hey, Nay, welcome. Yeah, hey, Miss Lady T. She said that we will not subscribe to. Yeah, he probably was told that, Charlotte. It's a shame, y'all, how they did this. That's why I was curious to see other trials. Yes, and I have to give a shout out to Verb, because if it had not been for Verb yesterday, I wouldn't have found out half the stuff. I told y'all a lot of times when I come into stuff, it's because I'm looking for something else and then something else pops up. So Verb was like, open book, have you seen any of the other cases that these lawyers have been working on, like in the courtroom? Like, and I've been curious about that too. So when you said that, I was like, that's a good question. Let's look, and see if we can find how they move, how, they question other witnesses and other cases and stuff like that. So when I'm looking at Mike Howard, I start coming into other stuff. Okay, he was a whole legal analyst on a case from Uvalde, Texas. If y'all remember, there was a case where some kids got unalived. One of the teachers left the door open on the school, and this guy comes in through that door, and he unalives teachers. He unalives some students. Well, there was a police officer that was on trial recently for that whole thing with at Robb Elementary, and they were pretty much saying, he was responsible for his response time and all of this. Mike Howard was on a legal analyst position with one of the news stations up to 5 months ago. Okay, you should have been dedicating your time and attention to Karmelo's trial that was coming up in June, sir. But you are all into this other case. You couldn't even focus. That's why he was so ill prepared, probably. That's probably why he was so ill prepared. You're over here on another case. If that's the case you wanted to focus on, you should have let the Anthonys them know, look, okay, I don't feel that this is the case for me. And then let them seek out another lawyer that was going to do it with some integrity, okay, and do the right thing. But you were so focused on another trial. No, I'm not saying don't focus on that one, because that was a very critical and sad case. It really was. So many innocent teachers and children lost their lives. So I'm not saying it for that matter, because I know I'm in the whole educational field. However, when you also have another child, okay, because when all of this happened, we forget he too was a child. Okay, come on now. He had aged, okay, while awaiting trial. But y'all, he was still a young person too when all of this took place. So you know this is a very high profile, critical case. And you all doing that and not focusing on what was taking place in Karmelo's trial, in my opinion. Okay. Now let's go back to the video because I'll go on a whole tangent. I'm telling y'all, it made me mad when I saw that. All of those kids need a refund. Okay. Give them all their financial aid back. I just cannot believe it. Yeah, he's a professor. And Dead Man, I don't even like the name of it. Dead Man Law School. I don't even like the name. Okay, he's a whole professor out here. I would be embarrassed teaching a course and you did what you did in this case. I would be embarrassed. Like, seriously. They all need a refund. I would not sign up for that class when you come out here doing stuff like this. Oh, no. Give me another teacher. I need a new professor and a new class. Take me out of there. So why they didn't get Hunter, Eddie, and whoever else was under the tent closed because Eddie was taken off. But I don't know if that was Eddie, y'all, in that photo, because Polo also showed another picture with that same young man sitting next to Karmelo. I think that was a different time because he had on a Centennial uniform and he was sitting next to him. So that changing of the clothes things, I don't believe that was Eddie. Okay. Obi, remember you always say you see a lot of stuff when you when you're in the bushes. See, Verb, she be in the bushes. I'm telling you, when you're a bush watcher, you'll see all kind of stuff. When you up close and in the chat, we hear with each other, hey girl, and you're missing stuff. But when you in the bushes, you get a whole view like we're seeing with this video. Let's get back to it. Let's get back to the video. Okay. Tell me if something else stands out to y'all. Here they come. And people were looking back. They were kind of waiting to see how this was going to go. And I think that God pushed Karmelo to the side for him to put him in handcuffs because of these black boys down here paying attention to this whole scene. Like setting an example. That's just my opinion. And they were kind of waiting to see what was going to happen. But then that guy, the coach or whoever that is, came and shooed them away. That's so sad. Here comes Ricky. Now, see, cops do have gloves. How come they couldn't have it for the courtroom? There's the tent in the background, memorial tent. And who is this over here? I wonder, to the right. I haven't paid attention to them either before. There she go. She turned that thing. Ooh, she either turned it off or moved it. Sneaky. Here he goes with the white sleeves. What you doing? You looked by. You saw him bringing that trash can out. What we doing? What we doing with this trash can right here to the right? What's going on there? What you need a trash can for? You got, what's this over here to the left? Ain't that a trash can? What's this, I wonder? I don't know what that is. Now they're walking him out. He touching up there too. These officers know what they're doing. They're touching and muting things. She had gloves, but we couldn't get none for court. We couldn't get none for court. It's so sad. It's so sad. Let's go back here. Let's get into it.
Where do you want me?
If somebody is treating the victim, they need to be over there.
Under a memorial tent.
Don't reach for anything, all right, man? Stop right there for me. Dispatch 443. I got the suspect, and they're currently treating the victim. Again, he's on the north end of the stadium. All right. Any weapons on you like that?
So the coach, there you.
I'll look here.
Needs to be a witness.
How long? He put his hands up. I know I'm not.
4-4, copy, I'll be in route.
There goes the guy.
Help me, y'all back up a little bit. Come on.
There he is to the right. This the one that touches Karmelo. Bottom right screen. And this parent and her son were watching the whole thing too, y'all. I don't know who they are, but they were standing nearby as well. Right there to the right. He touches Karmelo's arm. Here's a side view of that guy that's in black that's like doing lookout or whatever he's doing right here. I don't know who that guy is, but he did not move the entire time. I don't know who he is.
I'm gonna put your handcuffs for now, okay? Dispatch 443. Everybody can slow down. I got the alleged suspect in handcuffs right now, detained.
Everyone else can slow down. Suspect detained in handcuffs.
Hold on. You can open up the channel, and medics are clear to come in. Have them come to the northeast entrance. That's gonna be a gate that's wide open there, and then you come to the
Right
victim
among
there. This is the alleged suspect. All right.
That's what Ricky was captured.
Okay. We'll figure that in a minute. So nothing on your person at all? Nothing?
Ricky had already captured this part here. This the part she was getting. Right here. Watch all this movement back and forth. Ricky was catching it on her.
Have them come to the northeast entrance. That's gonna be a gate that's wide open there, and then you come to the victim from there. This is the alleged suspect. All right.
Ricky, get this part.
Huh? Okay. We'll figure that in a minute. So nothing on your person at all? Nothing? Mind if I reach in your pockets and stuff and all that? Nothing gonna stab me? Okay.
Watch that, Miss Lady T.
A little personal there, okay? Just to make sure. Okay.
Exactly, a mother magazine.
The victim's going to be underneath that tent over there, so I'll get medics. Memorial tent over there, guys. All right.
He put his hands on me. I told him not to. He put his hands on me.
What's happening right now?
Look, y'all saw this officer. Pay attention. He might be one that we're wondering if he has some footage. Pay attention to what he does at the top when he walks up. Watch his hands and what he's fiddling with at the top of his uniform.
All right. The victim's going to be underneath that tent over there, so I'll get medics. Memorial tent over there, guys. All right.
He put his hands on me. I told him not to. He put his hands
There you
on
go. You see his hand? His left hand up there at the top there.
We're in the
They
north
know what
end.
they're
They got
doing.
staff standing to him right now. This is the alleged suspect. All right.
We watching.
No.
We should have her camera on. Because he's still talking to her. Right, Monica? Fuck you.
Sorry, up to you. It's up to you.
That's fine. This is closer.
Okay. Let me do one more little check of you, okay?
Yes, sir.
You don't mind for reaching your pockets, anything like that? You good?
They protect your opinion.
I'm wearing some little underwear.
Well, yeah.
It does sound nervous.
No, ma'am, I don't think so.
What's your name, man?
Karmelo Anthony, K-A-R.
He does sound nervous. Yes, I thought I was the only one that caught that bird. Yes, I noticed the nervousness in his voice, and I found that odd. I think this was something that he knew was going to be huge. You got a black boy and a white one stabbed, okay? Now, I don't know if they felt a level of like, oh my God, is this going to be my fault? Because I think he was on duty that day. Okay, like people gonna wonder, where was this person? Where was this person, and so forth. But I do hear some nervousness in his voice, and I also hear him purposely saying certain things so that it's caught on camera. Okay, he keeps on repeating, "I got the alleged suspect," or "I got the suspect." He keeps on repeating that. He keeps moving Karmelo around. He keeps searching Karmelo. Okay, he should have asked him, and someone brought up a great point under one of my videos, said, well, why did he never ask him where was the weapon? What you searching him for? Okay, would you be looking for a weapon? If you think you have the suspect, would you be looking for the weapon? So why not ask him, okay, because he can't ask him questions, but at least get the things you need for evidence. And then y'all do all that questioning wherever you go after you read him his rights. You want to wait to the interrogation room, then ask him about it. But you taking him and you don't even have what he used. This should have been when the question came up, and a lot more could have came out too. If he had asked him, well, where's the, you're saying you're the suspect. What did you use? Where is it? Or something to that effect, look for it. But he didn't even have that. Yeah, it's like the police was stalling. He acted nervous. He checked him like, a good 3 times. Okay, probably checked him before he hit record on his body cam. Okay, he keep on touching on him, all of that. Nothing's gonna magically appear on his body and you have him in handcuffs. Okay. That's Karmelo. But T-Lady, the way that voice is positioned right there in this video, to me, is suspicious also. It seems like he went from talking normally to that, but he's still talking normally to the other cop. You see what I'm saying? That, not to say it's not his voice crying, but it makes me wonder, was it done right here in the video in real time? Was that a kid standing in there recording? Where, girl? Let's go back a little, because I may have missed that.
All right. Any questions on you?
Hey, you can see it on his.
Go ahead. Oh, look here.
He was mad.
How long? He put his hands over. I know I'm not.
Right here.
Y'all back up a little bit. Come over here for me. Go over here. I'm gonna put your handcuffs for now, okay?
He sounds nervous. He didn't even put the handcuffs on him, so the guy pushed him over there.
Dispatch 443. Everybody can slow down. I got the alleged suspect in handcuffs right now, detained.
Everyone else can slow down. Suspects detained in handcuffs.
Hold on. You can open up the channel, and medics are.
Why would you want medics and things to slow down during an emergency? I don't get that part.
Clear to come in. Have them come to the northeast entrance.
Okay,
There's gonna be a gate that's wide open there, and then you come to the victim from there.
Ricky is there. He's doing something.
It's the alleged suspect. All right. Okay. We'll figure that.
He walks off.
So nothing on your person at all? Nothing? No, sir. Mind if I reach in your pockets and stuff and all that? Nothing gonna stab me? Okay. A little personal there, okay? Just to make sure.
Right, T-Lady.
Okay.
Exactly. I am with somebody.
All right. The victim's going to be underneath that tent over there. So, okay. Medics.
Thanks for analyzing.
Memorial tent over there, guys. All right.
He put his hands on me. I told him not to. He put his hands on me.
What's happening right now? Victim, we're in the north end. They got staff standing to him right now. This is the alleged suspect. Right. Already.
See how he was still talking to her? He was still talking to. How did he go from a deep cry, hurt, like a deep cry from your soul, and you still talking to the other officer? That whole thing seemed like it was put there. Right? Why slow down?
Up to you. It's up to you.
That's fine. This is closer.
Okay. Let me do one more little check of you, okay?
Yes, sir.
You don't mind for reaching your pockets, anything like that? You good?
Baby, we need to get this thing under control.
I'm wearing some little under.
See, he's talking normal.
Like no ma'am, I don't think
Tears.
so.
I want to see if we see any tears.
What's your name, man?
Karmelo Anthony, Karmelo.
See how they keep moving up, doing all of that?
Yeah.
Have a seat here real quick, man. Watch your head. Let me check your hood here, buddy, okay?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'll tell you what, lean this way.
He checked
You're not
his
resting on your
head.
hands, okay?
He
All right, see a little bit of blood on your hands there, okay?
Yes,
All right.
Small two, I won't see.
So your first name is Karmelo?
Yes, sir. Karmelo.
Let's see, hold on one second.
Is he gonna be okay?
I don't know yet, man. Karmelo, C-A-R-A.
She goes over there, y'all.
K-A-R.
M-E-L-O.
M-E-L-O, Karmelo. What's your last name?
Anthony.
A-N-T-H.
O-N-Y.
O-N-Y. Where are you in?
I'm in 12th grade.
10th grade? You go to Emerson?
No, sir.
Where do you go? Centennial. Okay.
I'm in 12th grade.
12th grade?
Oh, what
Okay.
she
Centennial.
did.
All right, sit tight for me real quick, bud, all right?
Came back around.
Let me run this guy real quick. I haven't talked to him at all.
Look at there. That's a lie. He lied at the end saying, I haven't talked to him at all. What you been doing? Okay, what you been doing? Yes, the cry seemed to be out of place. They messed up that edit, right? Because my thing is, okay, he was talking normal. Then he went into the cry, but then he's still talking normal to the police officer. And then when he got in the car, we didn't see no tears. Like, that was one of them deep cries from your soul. Like, we should have seen him still crying. Like, you know, so that cry in that position on this video seemed very out of place. I'm going to be honest. Also, I want to go back to this part. Did y'all notice when he was checking? Because earlier in the video, for those of you who came in, we went through a little tutorial on how these cameras work. So make sure y'all pay attention, because some of those things go with why we're bringing out certain things in the footage, in the arrest records, and so forth. Now, remember, the camera goes wherever the torso goes, okay? Now, in this particular moment, we did not see him checking Karmelo's head. Remember that it doesn't show where their eyes go. It's not necessarily going to show where the officer's eyes are or what they're doing. It's only where the torso is. So pay attention, because he looked like he was checking out his head too when he got into the car.
Karmelo Anthony, Karmelo.
Okay.
How many times you gotta
Have a
check?
seat here real quick, man. Watch your head. Let me check your hood here, buddy, okay?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'll tell you what, lean this
Okay,
way.
notice
You're not
he
resting on your hands,
put his
okay?
body down.
All right, see a little bit of blood on your
He
hands
was
there, okay?
checking up on his
All right.
head.
Small two, I won't see.
So your first name is Karmelo?
Yes, sir. Karmelo.
Let's see, hold on one second.
Is he gonna be okay?
See, there she
I
goes,
don't know
y'all.
yet,
She
man.
goes into the
Karmelo,
car.
C-A-R-A.
I don't know what she get.
K-A-R.
M-E-L-O.
M-E-L-O, Karmelo. What's your last name?
Anthony.
A-N-T-H.
O-N-Y.
O-N-Y. Where are you in?
I'm in 12th grade.
10th grade? You go to Emerson?
No, sir.
Where do you go? Centennial. Okay.
I'm in 12th grade.
12th grade?
Yes, sir.
Okay. No, Centennial. All right, sit tight for me real quick, bud, all right? Let me run this guy real quick. I haven't.
And then you could even see here on her. Let me see if I can
Right.
see it on her. Where is the camera up here at the top? I don't even see her camera. She has a walkie-talkie right there. But where's the camera?
Let me run this guy real
You
quick.
keep looking around too much for me.
I haven't talked to him at all.
That was a lie, sir. Okay, that was a lie. You've been talking. She said they edited this video. Now we got a sweetheart from Caramel Shell. She said, Obi, how do you stab someone in the heart and walk away with a drip of blood? I don't believe the fatal stab wound relates to Mello. Clock it. Okay. That's a $100 question, $1,000 question, really, that people have been having. You know, if it was one of those in the depth of that cut too, it seems like there would have been way more blood on him, you know, if he was up close and personal like that. So, hey, shout out to you, sis. I don't know. I bet they didn't present that recording of Karmelo crying in court either. Ooh, that one. I want to know, was that presented? That is a good point. Did they hear Karmelo cry like that? But they may have still taken it, even if they heard that, they may have taken that like he was still admitting his guilt. I told him not to put his hands on me. They probably interpreted it like that. Hey, Keena, or Kiana, no, you told me to call you Q. Hey, Q. I don't think the knife belonged to Karmelo because they never got it from him. The students are the ones who said that they found it. So we don't know if they planted it there or what. Hey, Nikki, she said this probably was planned months ahead of time. They knew graduation was coming up and wanted the twins to get scholarships instead of Karmelo and wanted them to be the stars of Frisco. Yes, the video is chopped up too. It does not match his demeanor. Exactly that part. Okay. We can't see because you got the comments covering it. Oh, Lord. Wait a minute. Let me take the comment down. Thank you, girl. Oh my gosh. Wait a second. I'm wrong for that. Can y'all see it? No. My bad. Okay. Let me show y'all again. Thank you for telling me. I'm just a talking.
For reaching your pockets, anything like that? You good?
You're just wearing this one pair of pants? I'm wearing some little underpants. Oh yeah, like no ma'am, I don't think so.
Okay. What's your name?
Karmelo Anthony, Karmelo.
Have a seat here real quick, man. Watch your head. Let me check your hood here, buddy, okay?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'll tell you what, lean this way so you're not resting on your hands, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, see a little bit of blood on your hands there, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. So your first name is Karmelo?
Yes, sir. Karmelo.
Let's see, hold on one second.
Is he gonna be okay?
I don't know yet, man. Karmelo, C-A-R-A.
K-A-R.
K-A-R.
M-E-L-O.
M-E-L-O. Karmelo, what's your last name?
Anthony.
A-N-T-H. O-N-Y. Where are you in?
I'm in 12th grade.
10th grade? You go to Emerson?
No, sir.
Where do you go? Centennial. Okay.
I'm in 12th grade.
12th grade?
Yes.
Okay. No, Centennial. All right, sit tight for me real quick, bud, all right?
Okay, right there. I don't see it on her right side. I don't see it up there. She's looking around
this guy real quick. I haven't talked to him at all.
It's so weird, y'all, because that's a lie. You have been talking to him. You tried to get that on camera. Yeah, no blood splatter. Yep, none of that. He kept the camera off his face the whole time. Yes, he kept moving him around. He probably got that blood on his hand when he fell. That could be that's a good point, Tyrese. He did fall when at the bottom of the bleachers. That's a possibility. He was the only one stripping like a strip. You silly. No, I don't think that was Eddie. He had the same hair. He had a Centennial school uniform on. And there's a picture where they're all sitting. I'll have to get that picture, but they're all sitting on like the bench out there on the field. And I believe it's that guy. So I don't think that was Eddie changing, because he wouldn't be changing into a Centennial uniform. That's the part that I was confused with that day. Okay. Yeah. And so even here, y'all, after she got Karmelo, I didn't see what happened up there with that camera. I just know when she moved out of view, she did something real quick up at the top right corner, her right, but our left. And so I don't know if it was moved right quick or what, but I don't even see anything up there. It's so weird. You think she put that camera in the car? That is so odd. And for those of you who weren't here in the beginning, we also showed this footage here. This is the same camera. Let me move the comment. And prior to all of that happening, because it was raining so hard, I didn't realize they had little tents posted up where students could walk up under these tents and take cover also. This is the part we really have not seen because I didn't know they could do this. But it also shows that the schools were mingling and just trying to take cover wherever they could. Now, Karmelo went under Memorial's tent trying to get out of the rain. And we're also hearing that Eddie called him over there, so it wasn't anything out of the norm because here you have multiple students commingling underneath these tents, trying to stay out of the rain. Some of them have umbrellas. They're then able to leave or go wherever they're going. They should have canceled the whole event. Okay, I mean, if it was raining this hard, I wonder if they put any of the officers on the stand. I believe Cortez was on the stand. I have to go back and check if there were any others. But yes. Hey, old boy 211. Happy Friday. Thank you so much for tapping in. Hey, Kid One. Hey, sis. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Y'all make sure you tap that like button. It is for free. Also, if you would like to support the channel, you're welcome to send a super sticker, super chat, Cash App, or buy coffee. And the mods have those links in the chat. Yeah, so they were just chilling, as they were walking through. They had these little tents they could stand under, or they could go up into the stands, to sit under their school's tent. It looks like it's a lot of students up under these tents. So it's not a whole lot of space, but it looked like some of them were just standing there to pretty much stay out of the rain for a little bit while it was raining really hard. I don't understand why they keep saying the twins were already under the tent when clearly we saw them aggressively walking in after Melo was seated. Well, on one of the videos, I kind of see where they're getting that from, but the thing of it is, it's hard to really confirm that without timestamps. You see what I'm saying? Because there was a part where it looked like the boys had walked in, they were sitting there, and then if you continue in the video, you do see the gray sweatshirt walk by in the back. Okay, so that does make it look like they were seated, and then he walked over to the tent. So I see where that's coming from when I went back and was looking at one of the videos. But like I said, when Karmelo walks in, there are no timestamps. Okay, when the twins walk in, we don't see timestamps down below. So it's hard to determine that also. But I do see where that's coming from. I was going to bring that up on one video to show y'all. That's why people are saying this. Because when they're seated, when they're already walked up into the stands and you sit there, you kind of wait a minute or so, you will see something gray walk by behind them. Okay, and so, yeah, they're saying that was Karmelo. I remember this morning because it was storming here. Okay, so protect your peace. You remember. Okay, yeah, they should have canceled that. It was said the Karmelo school tent was late arriving. It was en route. Yes, Karen, yes. I heard that too. Okay. Uh-oh, what do we have? Shout out to Tamika for the super chat and for being a sponsor. It is sad none of the authorities seem to be acting in his best interest. It is Melo against Frisco. Yes, definitely that, sis. And thank you so much for the super. I definitely agree. Yeah. It was Eddie Parra because Carson Young said, why you change clothes and you had ketchup on them. Who said that, Tiffany? I haven't seen that part where he said all of that. Why he tell him not to rest his hands and lean that way? It seems staged. He was saying it may not hurt because his hands were in handcuffs. I think he was saying if you position your body a certain type of way, you're not sitting on your hands where they're, being painful. I don't think that those twins and his so-called friends Eddie. Are you saying you don't or you do? Brittany, and welcome. I don't know if I said good morning. Oh boy said, did you catch where the white coach that walked over to the cop with Karmelo was right there when someone goes into the trash? Yes, I did. That's what we were talking about earlier. See, when we're watching these videos, y'all, we're watching them multiple times. I know last night, me and the members, we probably went through this video 20 times. But it seems like each time you watch it, you catch something different. Okay. So in the beginning, we didn't know about the trash can boy. We're following, and I think it was intentional to highlight Karmelo so that everyone's attention is on Karmelo. But someone caught in the background this whole little act with the trash can. Now, we did see a guy go and put something into the trash can, but I know me personally, I never knew somebody came back to the trash can, got something out, put it into their pocket, and took off running. Now, imagine if you're a part of the jury, okay? They're putting these videos in front of you. You are not able to rewind. You're not able to pause. You're not able, let me just go back through this 20 times. They're not doing that. Okay, so if they probably missed half the stuff we've caught. And I heard that when they went to watch the video there at Frisco, they were not able to do that either. Now, Tiffany Billions said allegedly, hey, she was able to, they had a laptop when she went that was kind of sitting up high. They were able to pause, rewind, do all of that during her time there. But some of the other video witnesses said you couldn't, one said, Janina, she said she couldn't even stand. Okay, they had to look at this little TV on the wall. They couldn't rewind. They couldn't pause. Now, I think, what's his name? What's his name, y'all? Tribe 12 or something. He had to go there multiple times to watch it. 3 times to catch different things. So that's the disadvantage that the jury had anyways. Okay, they couldn't catch all that with that blurry video. They didn't even have a clear video. No timestamps. You got body cameras with the wrong dates. We shouldn't have any of that happening. Okay, none of that. So I did see that. Let's see. People that seen the video said Karmelo was sitting there 9 minutes before the twins arrived. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hey, y'all, without these timestamps, it is crazy. Because when I did go back and look at the 15-minute video, it did look like they walked up to the stands and was just sitting there. And I'm like watching it because I was going to show you. I never came back to that live. I'm going to have to really do that. And just sitting there. And I'm like, man, they were all, because, okay, if you look at it from the 15-minute one, it's going to make it look like when they walked into the stand. This is why a lot of people are saying Karmelo came after also. Because remember, I posted on my community wall and I said, wait a second. If we're going by this video, they walk into the stands, they're sitting there for like 6 minutes. What all were they talking about? Because I thought that as soon as they walked up, all this stuff happened. From that video, it looked like they would have all just been sitting there before the incident. But also, if you see that video, you see them walk up, sit there, and there's a whole 6 minute or so gap. Now, closer to when it happens, that's when you see the gray little thing on the screen. And I'm like, well, are they saying that's Karmelo right there? I'm telling y'all, that's where they're getting it from. It does look like on that one, he walks in after they've been sitting there. So regardless, whether it was before or after, in my mind, that still does not change the chain of events leading up to Austin being stabbed and what Hunter said happened. Okay, I don't care who came first or last. That still doesn't change the whole outcome and what led up to that, in my opinion. Hey, Clarinetta, welcome. Thank you so much for tapping in. What is this we have? Shout out to Protect Your Peace. She said, thank you for reporting on this case. You're welcome, sis, and thank you for being a sponsor as well for today's live. She said, I do believe those twins and his so-called friend Eddie set up Karmelo. I can see that. Hi, Miss Lady. Welcome. Hey, Brittany. Hey, Cap X. Let's see. Brianna said, I think the entire team was under the tent before Melo got there, but Austin and his brother plus friends must have left out. And later we see Melo head into the bleachers. See, that's what I'm saying. Without it being a consistent video with timestamps, y'all, I'm going to just be honest. We really don't know. Okay, it could almost look like both ways. Like, I'm just being honest. When I went back and looked at it one day, I was like, wait a second. So that's the confusing part. And I believe that that's intentional. They don't want us to figure it out. We need a whole video, no edits, timestamps. We need you to zoom the whole visitor side. Okay, because we have yet to see a full video of that whole side without it being chopped up. Okay, it's some fishy stuff going on, like seriously, in my opinion. Hunter had to go home to change before he went to the hospital. I would have went straight to the hospital. He did? I didn't even hear that part. Wow, I'm going to say allegedly. I don't know. Then he sends the black coach away, and that's when they start setting Karmelo up, just sad. And you know what? Oh, boy, another thing, too, in the court records, they were, well, was it the court records or was it the arrest? It may have been the court records that one of the coaches was trying to get at. No, this was Queen Sheba because she was there in court that day. I'm trying to make sure I get where I heard this info. This was Queen Sheba. Well, one of the coaches was trying to get at Karmelo. One of the other coaches had to push him away because even Eddie was saying he wanted to unalive Karmelo. They were that riled up that he had to push Eddie. They had to get Eddie out of there, the other coach out of there, because he was in his emotions. And she said the coach was like, look, we need you to get it together because we need some help. You can't be in your feelings pretty much right now like that, on that level. He was on another level trying to get at Karmelo. You got a whole coach out here. So she did bring that up that came out in court. That's where I heard that from. I believe that Hunter wished he did things differently because his brother Austin is gone. Mm-hmm. That was the point, and the evidence is so lackluster, right? Like, how did they even get an indictment on this bootleg lack of evidence? I still don't understand it. I know Eddie feels guilty because he was used. He didn't gain anything from this case. That's almost like what the coach was telling the twins. What benefit are you bringing to the team anyways? Y'all not winning. He said that in that text message. I was like, whoa, that was harsh. Well, two things can be true at once. Yes, especially the way they altered it. But technically, they were there first, but they left and came back. And by that time, yeah, it can be true at the same time. I don't know. It's really hard without those timestamps. Mm-hmm. They were still fighting after Melo left under that tent. Yes, definitely. Mm-hmm. They still under the tent fighting. Hey, DC Fly, welcome. She said, I heard that too. Okay, got you. Why they haven't released the autopsy? Come on, Brittany. Okay, that's a good question. They gave us that one little kindergarten writing paper with no name on it. This little diagram. Even ChatGPT, y'all, put that diagram of that autopsy. Oh my gosh. I put the diagram of the autopsy into ChatGPT. ChatGPT said, girl, get this out of here. I can't read this writing. It couldn't even read all of the scribble scrabble. What are y'all doing in Frisco? Okay, it couldn't even read. How you get something so, y'all, the writing is so bad that ChatGPT couldn't even pick it up. See, you're supposed to have a whole narrative with the autopsy. That's one. See, I learned some stuff from the Tyrone Davis case. Okay. See, when they put out the public records and they put out that autopsy, you're supposed to get toxicology report. You're supposed to get the diagram, and you're also supposed to get the medical examiner's notes. Okay. It has a whole narrative of the different information they received. Now, 10 times to 1 on that medical examiner's notes, I bet you it's not going to be thorough. I bet it is not going to have all of the information and facts. That's why they won't put the narrative out there. They probably can't the knife that was used or the tool that was used probably does not even match the one that they have, because it looked like in the photos 2 different tools. I'm gonna be honest, and I did a short. Y'all go back and look at that short. It looks different. They circle the areas where the 2 are different, and these are put into evidence. Like one day when we went through the evidence, one picture showed blood on the left side, the other one did. How is that? Okay, it's partially open. Why was it partially open? I even did a whole video. This lady did a whole tutorial because she specializes and has one of those tools. In order for it to be extended in a position of stabbing someone, it has to lock. Okay, when we watch the video of Karmelo coming out of the tent, he does not have enough time to do that many steps. It has a safety that you have to click in order to close it down. When did he do all of that? Did he even toss it? While we're looking at the video, this whole blurry video, did we even see Karmelo toss something to the side between bleachers 9 and 10 next to seat number 30? Did we even see that part? Okay, did he look like he was planting some or throwing some to the side? Those are things that the jury should have been considering. It looked like he zapped out of that tent so fast and held tail up out of there to get away from them. He was running for fear of his life, not running from accountability. He was running to get help from the coach, y'all. And they are taking that as, oh, he's getting away. He's getting away. Oh, he's going up to the coach, all of that, trying to get away and try to, make it look like he didn't do anything. They probably tried to switch that thing around. It's crazy work. He had no help out there. Even his own coach, you could have walked with him on his side, to the patrol vehicle. His parents were not there. So if I'm a parent, I'm leaving my child with you and trusting that you're going to look out for them, outside of my presence. He didn't have anyone there. The video to me looks like a reenacted scene. Either way, is super altered. Yes. Right, DC Fly. So allegedly Hunter went home, girl, look, I ain't heard that one. If that's true, that looks guilty in itself. What in the Carlos is going on? Those of you who follow in the Romika sector, what in the Carlos is going on? Okay. That's suspicious. Now, if he did that, that's really suspicious, okay? Because Carlos did that too. And we trying to figure out why you going home to change clothes before you go to the police department. Yeah, they should have put that narrative. Hey, nothing but the truth. She said, I believe they blurred the footage on purpose. Yeah, nowadays with technology and 4K image, I believe the real video is clear. It is. It is. The people that went to see it, they said it's very clear. Oh, blur. Got you. Okay. Why they didn't show Austin? Austin's what, Miss Boss Lady? What did you say? His suit? Let's see. My phone had typed some crazy stuff. Okay, girl, because I was like, am I reading? Nothing but the truth. Nothing but the truth. Can I play your video right quick, sis? You did a big one too last night. I did not know this info because I told y'all when Jeff Metcalf came out with that racist rant, I did not want to watch that video. But hey, nothing but the truth did. And y'all, she caught something he said that really shows why Karmelo could have feared for his life that day. I think Hunter was jealous of Austin. I'm sorry. Hunter always was living in Austin's shadow. Austin was better in football than Hunter. Yes. Definitely. Let me pull up Nothing But the Truth video. This was really good, y'all. Shout out to my sis. Y'all, she's doing fantastic work over here on her channel. She covers a variety of cases as well. Let's see here. Give me 1 second. Girl, wait, you done changed the... I'm tickled. Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me rewind. Okay. Make sure y'all tap that like button. It is for free. She said Cain and Abel. Girl, that's what it makes you think about. Okay.
That Austin had passed away. And they confirmed that. That very second, Hunter spun out of control.
But he's a good kid. He's found an altercation, and that's really it. But
what's good, YouTube? I'm back with another video. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the real reason why Karmelo had the rights to fear for his life. See, Karmelo was surrounded by a group of kids who was playing follow the leader being Mr. Aggressive, Mr. Hunter. Now, everything was at peace. No one said anything to Karmelo prior to the twins approaching the tent. We all seen the video footage. Karmelo entered the tent, sat down. Nobody ain't tell Karmelo to move. Nobody didn't say anything until Hunter and his brother and the followers entered that tent. Now, Hunter was the one who sat in front of Karmelo. Hunter was the one who said something to Karmelo. So it seems like Hunter had an issue with Karmelo being under the tent, not Austin. See, Austin only got involved after the fact. See, Austin inserted himself and became the instigator when he pulled Karmelo backpack. Now, according to the police report, before Austin grabbed Karmelo backpack, Karmelo told them, y'all is cool as long as y'all don't touch me. See, a lot of people thought Karmelo was being funny. The man told y'all cool as long as y'all don't put y'all hands on me, everything fine. That's not threatening words. I'm just telling y'all don't touch me. And also in the police report, it stated that the kids thought Karmelo was bluffing when Karmelo was grabbing on his backpack, holding it. Now, Hunter did stated that it was a little altercation.
Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to Nothing But the Truth channel. It is in the comment section. Thank you.
we just found an altercation, and that's really it. But
so my thing is define little altercation, because something could have been little to him, but it could have been a big deal to Karmelo. So a lot of people claiming that it was no physical contact between the boys, but that's a lie because Hunter already admitted it. Just as well as Hunter admitted that Austin was the one who was grabbing on Karmelo Anthony backpack. Now, a lot of people thought Karmelo Anthony was bluffing. They was out there putting hands on Karmelo, pushing on him, trying to take his backpack. As soon as he pull out the knife and somebody gets stabbed, everybody running, screaming and crying. Why? When all this could have been avoided if y'all would have just left this young man alone. See, people screaming that Karmelo could have fought the twins back. Karmelo don't have to fight them back. He got a right to defend himself. Austin and Hunter are not average twins. Yeah, they 17 years old, but their body frame is the size of a grown-ass man, and they got grown-ass man strength. Right. See, I want to point something out about their strength. Jeff McKeff went on TikTok a couple of days ago, and he stated that it took 5 police officers to calm Hunter down. And I want to play that clip so y'all can hear what he said. And this is very important.
That Austin had passed away. And they confirmed that. That very second, Hunter spun out of control. It took 5 officers to get him under control. We had to admit him and get him sedated. And then at that point, they wouldn't allow us to see our son.
This clip right here proved to me that...
Did y'all know that? Because I didn't know that. I didn't hear that whole racist rant video. I didn't want to hear his gaslighting. It makes me upset. So I said, let me not listen. But I didn't know he said that. It took 5 officers to get Hunter under control. This is what his father is saying. Remember, his mom has already laid out some stuff too. Okay? And she even said Hunter is worse than Austin, pretty much. Okay, when it comes to these things. And she even acted afraid, like when she said, yeah, I have some money that I'm going to put from the GoFundMe into a trust for Hunter, but he's not going to be happy about that. Like, she's scared. Even at the courthouse, she said they were telling him, look, you can't go in there right now. He wasn't hearing it. Even after an investigator went and tried to talk to him, she said next thing she knows, she turns around, he has on the badge to come in. He can't control him. Okay, he didn't want to be at the press conference after the trial. She said he was pissed. That's why he's standing there looking mad like that. Well, did he try to fight, y'all? I'm wondering now. If it takes 5 men to hold him, what do you think Karmelo was supposed to do with that? Times 2. Okay, I'm just trying to understand. All the people saying, oh, you should, well, at least he was running for his life. He was trying to get away. They were still chasing him. Okay, Austin was too, but hey, something he noticed, something's wrong. He found out he was cut. What were they going to do when they got to him is the question. You didn't have no coaches around or nothing to catch all of this. All these coaches saying, oh, I was a witness to the incident. No, you weren't, because you would have been nearby to see what was going on. You would have at least been there to see the fight. If there was a fight, them jumping on them, the cut, what did you see? How could you witness the incident? There was no one around. They had to run to get help. Okay, so none of y'all were up there in position. This is crazy. 5 officers. This is from his dad. And he had to be sedated. Golly.
Karmelo had no chance of defending those twins if he would have put up a fight. The only way out that situation was to use deadly force. You see, it took 5 police officers to control Hunter. So imagine if he would have snapped, got real aggressive out there under that tent against Karmelo, Hunter would have hurted Karmelo. See, I feel bad for Austin because Austin lost his life because of his brother. His own brother couldn't control his anger and his temper, and he manipulated the whole entire situation, trying to control somebody else and try to remove somebody else from under that tent.
Okay, and then she said them steroids make you act stupid like that too. Okay, I'm telling you, child, that's why they don't want to put that toxicology report out. And them damn coaches were in on it. No, they were only pointing him out, though, in my opinion, after they realized that Austin had been stabbed. They were pointing him out that, oh, he could have been the one to do it. But my thing is this, before they realized Austin had been stabbed, why were they all chasing him? That's the part we're talking about. They were all, Austin included. It wasn't to point him out. They were going to try to get him. Okay, he didn't run from accountability. He said what he did. They need to point him out. Okay, 5 people to calm him down. That shows the strength of those bullies. Yes, they probably didn't know each other, but I guarantee those twins had a reputation and everyone knew about it, regardless if you went to the school or not. Yes, Kamashira, and welcome. Yes, that they did. A lot of people knew about them. They said that messages were going out to some of the other students, and they weren't surprised about the twins. Like this behavior between them, they weren't surprised. What they were surprised about was one actually got hurt. Okay, they were surprised by that part. Yes, I think that. Allegedly, after the trial outside the courthouse, they asked the dad if he wanted to talk to Hunter. It was said that Jeff looked at Hunter like, if looks could kill. Well, even during his interview in the beginning, Hunter was about to walk up, and the dad gave him this look with his eyes that day, like, don't come over here. And then also it takes Gentleman's Den. Shout out to him to when he said that Hunter shushed the mama right on live TV. During that interview, he shushed her. He did. When she was about to say she wasn't married to Jeff, he was like, shh, don't say that. And she got quiet. She doesn't know what to do with him. Okay? She doesn't know what to do with him. What do we have here? Shout out to Teresa. Welcome, friends. Thank you so much for the super sticker and for being a sponsor for today's live. Let's continue.
And I'm not putting this on Austin. I'm putting this on Hunter because Hunter started all of this. See, Hunter's so used to his brother having his back, right or wrong, like Hunter stated, he felt like it was nothing nobody could have did to stop both of them. He even did the same thing with the cheerleaders. Austin stepped in. Now, when he did it with Karmelo, he underestimated the situation. This day was not like any other day. This day was not like any other situation where Hunter was the villain and Austin stepped in to save the day. This day was not like that. April 2nd, Austin McCaff paid the price for his brother's reckless decision and reckless behavior. It's just sad, but it's just the truth. See, a lot of people trying to hold Karmelo Anthony accountable and point the finger at Karmelo Anthony, but y'all not talking about what led to this situation. And now that Jeff came out here and stated that it took 5 police officers to control Hunter, if Hunter would have snapped under that tent and hurted Karmelo, so imagine a group of kids trying to hold Hunter back. Then you got Austin, which is going to defend his brother and always going to have his brother back attacking too. That's too much manpower to be handling under that tent. Karmelo would have got his ass beat to death. So the only way out that situation was to utilize deadly force to escape. That's why Karmelo ran. He didn't run because he was trying to get away with murder. He ran because he was scared because he didn't want them to attack him. He ain't know that Austin's going to lose his life. He ain't know where he stabbed Austin at. A lot of people trying to make it seem like Karmelo stabbed Austin in the chest on purpose. You don't know where this young man thought he stabbed Austin at. It was an altercation like Hunter stated. It's crazy how people trying to spin a narrative. It's always a cause and an effect. The cause in this situation is Hunter reckless behavior caused Karmelo to have a reaction to the situation. And the effect is Austin losing his life. It's just a sad situation all the way around. But at the end of the day, y'all got to stand in Karmelo Anthony's shoes. Y'all got to understand his level of fear, how he felt at that moment and at that time. And a lot of people going around just calling Karmelo Anthony a murderer, saying that people who support him and support this appeal is supporting a cold case killer. That's not true. Y'all got to understand, murder been happening since the biblical days. People murder people all the time. It's always the principle and the reason why somebody took somebody's life. Murder itself is against the 10th commandment. But it's laws that are put in place to protect citizens who are put in a situation where they got to use deadly force and take somebody's life to protect themselves. If we look at this situation from a legal standpoint, not an emotional and morality standpoint, you would know that legally Karmelo Anthony had the rights to defend himself. But a lot of people who support Austin, they looking at this situation from a moral standpoint, an emotional standpoint, like Judge Roach. They felt like Karmelo Anthony was morally wrong to be under a tent because he did not go to that school. But legally, that tent did not belong to Austin or Hunter. That was a school official tent. And legally, Karmelo Anthony was invited under that tent by a student who went to Memorial High School. So therefore, morally, the twins was wrong to tell somebody to move under a tent when they did not have the authority to do so. Only a school official can tell a kid to move, not another student. So legally, the twins was wrong when they grabbed Karmelo's backpack. Grabbing somebody else's property is a crime within itself. Legally, the twins was wrong when they physically approach Karmelo and attack him, because putting your hands on somebody is assault. That's a crime within itself. So the only people that was committing crimes under that tent was those twins, if you look at this situation from a legal standpoint. But these people not looking at this situation from a legal standpoint. They looking at it from a moral standpoint. And morality does not work with law. That's why it is laws that is put in place, because everybody got their own moral belief. If you look at this situation regarding Karmelo, that's where the big argument is coming from. People is saying that Karmelo Anthony was morally wrong from the beginning to be under a tent because he didn't attend that school. What crime did Karmelo legally committed when he sat under that tent? And the answer is he did not commit no crime. The twins approached Karmelo, started an altercation with him because they wanted him to move. And legally, they did not have the right to do so. So therefore, when they grabbed Karmelo backpack and pushed him, they committed the crime first. So when Karmelo decided to defend himself, which is a legal right, people still placing the blame on him and saying that he was wrong from the beginning. If people would look at this situation from a legal standpoint and get out your feelings and get out your emotion, you would have known that Karmelo Anthony did not do anything legally wrong under that tent. The only people who committed a crime under that tent was Austin and Hunter. And this is why the appeal process is very important. Karmelo Anthony was not given a fair trial. His trial was surrounded by moral belief and emotion. Even Judge Roach stated that he had to send Karmelo away to heal the community. That means he sent Karmelo to prison from an emotional standpoint, not from a legal standpoint. But at the end of the day, y'all tell me what y'all think.
Girl.
Running an online brand?
That thing took me at the end of the relationship. It scared me too because I watched it at night. And I said, woo! I didn't know it was going to come to light. Baby, my sis be cooking. Come on now. Okay, you better break that thing down. And brings the law into it, her perspective. Yeah, she preach. Okay. Karen said the tent was on public property. The tent belonged to the school. Right. Like that. See, they want to say, oh, the culture's saying, you know, I want you to be a leader and things like that. No, he was saying, get somewhere and sit down, act like you know how to behave, set an example. He was not saying be tent security. Okay. You don't own this tent nor the bleachers. If I want to sit all up and down, up and through here, I can. Now, I like how Gentleman's Den broke this down too. He said something that I really agreed with yesterday. How he said, you could have said, excuse me, you know, this is our tent, Memorial tent, and we have a person who belongs under here. Could you please find somewhere else to sit? You know, if Karmelo is still not going along with or obliging to your request, then you go and get a coach. You're not an adult. So quit trying to make it look right, because you have a lot of people saying he was just doing the right thing and telling him to move. That's not the right thing. That's not his place. He's a child just like you're a child. Okay, imagine yourself. If you go to a football game, you go to a tennis, volleyball game, and you're a teenager, you have another teenager saying, oh, you got to move from over here. You're going to automatically move. Okay, they are a teenager like you. Now, if it's an adult, you may consider it, you know, who is the adult? Is your parent there? You know, you got questions, but don't come out over here like we not peers. Okay, you are a peer. You should have ran and got one of them coaches like y'all ran and got the coach to say, it's him, go get him. He running. Why y'all didn't go run to a coach and say he's not moving? I'm not understanding that. Okay, yeah, Hunter was in a rage. And it seems like when he gets like that, it seems like they cannot do anything with him. Okay, if they had to sedate him, I mean, do y'all have some sedation at home? Like, what in the world? Yes, that was funny. Oh, boy. That thing caught me off guard. I said, oh, and it was nice. I wasn't expecting for him to move. I'm looking at the video, listening to it. I did not expect him to move. What in the soccer is going on? She said the soccer ball was for FIFA. The US won. Okay. Yeah, the officers were standing there looking like, what in the world? I think they were a little bit more surprised than I was. Okay. I don't think Karmelo stabbed Austin from the looks of the video. Hunter or one of the other people that was under there swinging on Karmelo did it. Yeah, we're not talking about the assault. Yeah, no one wants to talk about that. He admitted that he took the backpack. That's robbery. Why are we not talking about that part? Okay, we want to ignore all of that. Thank you, Brittany. Have a great day, sis. We want to ignore all of that part. Okay, dump the whole trial. Right. Karen said, dump the whole trial. They compromised everything. When they moved the tent, they did, period. Okay. And the chopped up footage saying what they wanted to say, all of that. Throw the whole trial away. Let's get a new trial. Okay. These are grounds for new trial. It's a lot that went wrong with this. And Pastor Eli, he said that Carmelo Anthony called him Uncle Eli. He did. Austin on Cruz stuck him in era trying so hard to get to Carmelo. One of them did it, I believe. And you know what, DC Fly, that's the thing. A lot of people don't pay attention to that part either. When Carmelo is not under that tent, okay, what is still going on? We need to know that. We need to know what's still happening. See, the people that went to watch the actual footage, they said that he was getting jumped under there. They were able to see clearer underneath that tent. Okay. But the parents tried to say these are well-respected Christian children. So why would you want to put somebody in the rain? Christian twins? Okay, come on now. And they know they wouldn't. If the roles were reversed and they were sitting there and Carmelo walked up to them saying, hey, y'all got to move, or can y'all move from up under my tent? What y'all think would have happened? We would have gladly obliged. Is that what would have happened? They would have said, oh, okay, yes, sir. No, they would not have. They would have still sat there. Like, who are you, dude? Go sit down somewhere. You don't tell us what to do. Okay, you see how big we are? Hell, when I count up the bleachers from the bottom, he wasn't really under their tent. He really wasn't. He was kind of hanging out where you could technically see him like partially under it. So they really shouldn't have said anything anyways. Okay. Even adults are supposed to call the police. Oops. Okay. How did they know Carmelo was sitting there? The friend. That's what I was wondering, Love and Happiness, but since you said it, I mean, it was a thought because I was like, sedation? Where were y'all? Did y'all, I mean, was he at the hospital? I mean, what happened with that? Now, I don't know. Y'all remember one of the officers said he was in covert mode. Did he catch any of that? Okay, on his recording, trying to make it look like it wasn't recording. Was Hunter in the hospital going off at that part? Like, where was he when they had to sedate him and do all of this? At a hospital? I don't know. They probably sent him over there, girl. Look, she tried to make it look like. Hold on, y'all, 1 second. My thing is, was it they sent him over there, or did he willingly just want to go over there? Were y'all sick of him? Could you not control him, his anger, while he was at the house? Now we starting to look at that a little differently. Okay. They was scared of them twins. You see everyone walk past, didn't even try to help Melo. Just, yeah, they were probably not going to want to be a witness or anything. Let's see. I think Austin was the calm to Hunter's storm. Yes, Shamika. I was saying that earlier, that I feel like even with the mom, when the twins were there, if Hunter would get too rowdy, I would see Austin as the one, based off of what other people were saying, the teacher allegedly, the mom and stuff like that, he would be more of the calmer one. Now, in this particular instance, I feel that he got into something on behalf of Hunter and it went the wrong way. And it's unfortunate that it was him stepping in to help his mouth and what he probably started, but he took the hit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he would have spazzed out if Carmelo came and told him to move. Plus, they took his phone and broke it and his bag. Now, I don't know if they broke his phone. I hadn't heard that one. Austin didn't fall until Carmelo was long gone and almost to the coach. Yeah, they were still fighting under the tent. Carmelo was with the coach. Like, seriously. Okay. How can every one of them say they didn't actually see the stick, but say Carmelo did it? They're straight lying to protect the trash can boy or one of Austin's Monster Mash, not Monster Mash, hey, Stacy, Monster Mash. Yeah. Do y'all know that this was like the first murder case where they had a whole trial and no one witnessed the actual cut? Like none of the boys there actually have said that they saw it. Hunter said he didn't. The coaches didn't. I don't care what they say on the arrest record. Y'all were not nearby. Okay, y'all didn't see it. The only thing I can think of as far as what would actually have caught the actual, what would have caught the cut, the incident, would be a camera from the visitor side of that stadium. Not only would it capture the cut, it would also capture what took place underneath that tent. That's why we haven't seen that footage. Okay. It would capture the whole thing. And it would probably really, really make it look like self-defense. And I feel like that's why that has not been released yet. Okay. They need all camera angles. You can't make me believe they only have cameras on the home side. They have to have cameras on the visitor side too. Polo even said they have cameras at every corner at that stadium. So we need to see the footage from that side, the other side behind them. That's what we need to see. Okay. No, Karen, I didn't see that. Hey, Monroe, welcome. Right. Everyone said that they didn't see the stabbing. Yes. Karmelo is the only one that could get up there and talk about that. Like what happened from his perspective. If Hunter didn't see it, Austin is not here to tell it. So what happened in those moments? And then you got the other people that were right around. Okay, some of them took off when the fighting started. As we could see on the video, it looked like they all just kind of scattered. So I don't even know how many of them just really saw it. Now, another person that saw it, some other people that saw it, was definitely that person standing there recording. Okay, to the right of the tent. Where's that footage? They would have seen it too. Thank you, T-Lady. Okay, because you already peeped. Peeped the play. I really love the way the CCs are coming together in this case, bringing home awareness in their own opinions, bringing out different points. Right, Karen? I love that too. Because see, many people can cover a case, a case, right? But there are different parts that people may catch that others may not catch. So you may catch this one. This CC may catch this one. Everyone has their own personality. There doesn't have to be any competition or none of that. When you're really covering it and you're staying focused on the task at hand, the assignment at hand, okay? Much love. You too, Monroe. Thank you so much. Them kids, yeah, some of them recorded what happened under there. They do the cabinet that they're missing is the 50-yard line camera. The camera, the one in the middle. Yeah. The center camera. Where's that, Stephanie? That's what they need to put. They need to put that out. Yep. Yellow raincoat saw everything. If Austin was here, he wouldn't have told the truth either, Monica. Oh my God. Girl, okay, I bet them cell phones, text messages saw it. Come on now, Angel. I'm telling you, these students' phones, but see, I think that they were threatened allegedly. I think someone said that they were told if anyone releases any cell phone footage of a fight or anything like that, you're going to jail. Some of them did not. See, they're such a tight-knit group. It's almost like, what's that movie? Was it Us or Them? I always get the name messed up off of Prime Video, where a community can be so tight knit. They cover for each other and stuff. They have this weird cult-like behavior. They are all probably scared of certain people in that county. So they know they don't want their parents to get fired from get mad at Billy Joe, because Billy Joe, they work together and I can't say nothing. It's the people who came out, the cheerleader. She came out. She was probably scared. Okay, she emailing the coach thinking she gonna get some help. He telling her to go to the police department. They not gonna help them. That cheerleader and her family probably done moved up out of Frisco. Okay, they probably will not be back because they're probably scared now. Now people know about it. Who put this out? Thank you, Monroe. The amount of fluids on their clothing tell the story. Karmelo didn't have any fluids on his clothing. Yes, Doja Cat. Yes, I don't know if they're still dating, but he did take her to the prom and went to her house for a month, allegedly. Well, I don't say allegedly. His mama said that. Hey, Joski. I think them kids are worried that if Karmelo gets self-defense, then does that mean they can be held accountable for Austin's death? That's true. If the truth comes out, that is true. Definitely believe that the evil father coerced those kids to lie. Okay, Yellow Raincoat was one of the teenage victim's sister. I hadn't heard that, Q. Really? Okay, I'm gonna have to look into that. Yeah, girl, the children of the corn. Like, what kind of cornfield we? What kind of cornfield we got? Yes, they got all angels because all ankles because they scream all them games. Yeah, you know they have football games and things there. You know that they have angles from each side, not just one side. Okay, that's sad too. The children not getting help from the coaches. He must have been scared of the. Come on now, Monica, clock it. He was scared of the parents too. A lot of them scared of those twins and the parents. The parents have influence, especially the dad. Okay, he probably has influence with these police officers. He travels in these clubs with the DAs and judges and stuff. They probably scared. They like, I ain't messing with them boys. Them parents crazy. I'm telling y'all, it's certain parents. When you're in education, okay, when you're in education, you come to know this too. There are certain parents and kids that you come to know. You know the ones that's going to hold you accountable, that's going to go to the principals. They will go to the school board on you. And they don't mess with them kids. If they acting up, they just ignore the behavior and just let them ride because they don't want to deal with the parents. There are some teachers like that and some coaches like that. I'm surprised that the coach suspended them. I was really surprised to find that out. Hey, ain't TV about the facts for real? Come on through. I love the name. Welcome. They probably rather, yep. Get down. And somebody said they need to check the girlfriend's text messages too. Hey, cover all bases with this appeal. Okay? Cover all bases. And Karmelo, I hope he's only talking to lawyers and his parents while he's in there. I wouldn't talk to nobody who acted friendly towards me in there, because you don't know if they're trying to get info. I wouldn't talk to the girlfriend. Nope. I wouldn't talk to any friends calling and trying to get in contact. No, don't tell them nothing about the case because a lot of them have been compromised and they are ops. I would not talk to them at all. Nobody right now during an appeal too. Oh no, they're trying to find out the game plan. I would not do that. No, don't talk to nobody. They have clear video at the stadium. Yeah, they do. No, Zoe, that was the twins. Supposedly the father is a big loud bully. They probably scared. I'm telling y'all, they probably have a reputation like nobody messed with them. Because they felt entitled to do this. You see what I'm saying? Like some people feel like they've been given that authority to act certain type of ways. There's no corrections. We could hear how his mom talked about it. She did not correct those boys. She's a part of the problem too. Okay, unfortunately. Oh, well, that team was sorry. They shouldn't have even been saying that about. How are you getting involved in kids' stuff? You looking up Karmelo's stats and all that? That's cringy. Why are you looking up his stuff? Like they're better. He's not good either. Like that's a part of the problem. That's why we don't have good sportsmanship, all of that. Okay. your boys are what they were. Quit trying to make them better in your eyes like that. You know, if they weren't good at it, find something they are good at. Some people try to live through their kids and try to make them better than, like, trying to make the kids jealous of other kids or hate on other kids because you're trying to pump up your own child. If football is not their thing and they're sucking in football, take them out. Okay, just because you want to be a football player and you're trying to force your child to now, no, don't do that. Don't do that because it's going to hurt them in the end. If they gravitate towards basketball and you don't like basketball, let them do it. That's their life. Let them shine in their own lane. Don't try to put them on your lane, your path. Okay, because some want to get all these scholarships. You're going to be in football because I want you to get a scholarship. Well, if they're not good at it, how they going to get one? They can't keep the grades up or nothing. Okay, now I ain't talking about encouraging our kids and you can be this, you can, you know, we definitely want to speak life into them, but don't set them up for failure trying to have them out there living a life you wanted. If you didn't get the dance team captain spot and you know your child want to dance, okay, don't force them to try to run for captain if they just want to be in the background. Okay. Like stuff like that. Sometimes those parents, we can do too much. I have to talk to my own self sometimes. Okay, so if they suck, they suck. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Put them in something else. Try soccer. Find what they like. Find what they're good at, y'all. Don't try to force it. Yeah, they have to subpoena everything. He had suspended the twins. Yeah, they weren't even supposed to be there, but we don't like to talk about that. Oh no, when you bring that up, child, everybody like, don't talk about that, child. The yellow raincoat saw who really did the sticking, but is too scared to say. Wow. Ooh. Oh yes, Love and Happiness. That's another movie comparison. Get Out. That's a good one. That's a good one too. Yeah, girl, she is messy. She looking up people and all that. That's cringy to me to be looking up other people's kids' stats and stuff. Now, if it's a public newsletter that they send out, I get it. Okay, because you're competing. This is football, you're competing. But let me go and see what's his stats, what kind of awards he had. That's giving obsessed. Okay, what is happening? He can't trust outside of his parents and the dream team at this point. Right. Exactly. Let them keep showing their true selves. Right. Yeah. You got to be a realist when it comes to your kids. Don't set them up. Yeah. Jeff shouldn't have been allowed in the courtroom when those kids testified. Right. And you know what, Karen? I was wondering, I hope it's no altering of the transcript. With all this other fishy stuff going on, y'all, I'm gonna put nothing past these people. I'm serious. The way they've been moving. Okay, I already told y'all. I already caught them backdating things on the docket from pre-trial. Some of that stuff was not there. They added it later on and then backdated the dates. Why is that? We should not be doing that. As things are happening, you should be updating the docket as it's doing right now with the appeal. Why was that not being done pre-trial? Those are things to think about. Okay. Well, child, let me get off from here. We have had a conversation beyond what I thought we were going to be. I knew it was a lot of information. That's why I just wanted to do a live instead of a video because it's a lot of information. So thank y'all so much for tapping in today. I also want to thank T Lady Boogie, that one, Carol Moshelle, Shamika, Protect Your Peace, and Teresa for being sponsors for today's live. Thank you, ladies, so much. If you would like to be a sponsor, you're welcome to send a super sticker, super chat, Cash App, or buy a coffee. And those links are in the description field of this video. Also, don't forget to hit the like button. That part is free. And hype up the video. Okay, hey, Butterfly, welcome. What do we have? Shout out to Angel with the sticker and for being a sponsor. She said the whole town gonna be in jail. Okay, girl, the whole town, from the judges down to the police officers, after we get done with this, okay? Girl, this is a hot mess. All the stuff we're finding out, this is crazy. So shout out to Nothing But the Truth for her video footage and contribution to this live on today. Also, shout out to Polo on Facebook. He can be found at Trolls for bringing it with these two videos. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And then also shout out to that lady who did the tutorial earlier. And I think I already got off of that video. But y'all that go back and watch the replay, shout out to her for breaking down how the cameras work that these cops wear, the Axon cameras. So shout out to her as well. Monroe said, we have to be real with kids. God bless everyone. Stay humble and prayed up and stay safe. Thank you, Open Book, for everything. Much love, family. Same to you. God bless you. And I hope everyone has a safe and wonderful holiday weekend. Make sure you get some barbecue. Make sure you watch some fireworks, relax. Also, y'all, I shared on my community wall over the course of this week, let's show some love to Karmelo. I put the address on there, so make sure you go back and look if you're trying to send a donation. All of that information is on there as well. Hey, C-No, welcome. Yes, thank you, Nothing But the Truth. I appreciate it, sis, and keep up the great work. Y'all, she does a phenomenal job with her videos. Hey, when I tell you none like her, I have never seen anyone that can copy her brand and how she edits her videos. So shout out to you. She said Jeff is capping. He can't be D1 with 0 and 9. Uh-oh. Love and happiness. You petty for that? You are petty for that. Oh, my God. Girl, you calling it out like Megan calling it out. She said, I got you one better. Okay, hold my beer. Here we go. Yes, let's drop those purple hearts for Karmelo. Thank you all so much for joining. Make sure you subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell because you never know when I'm going to go live. Also, special shout out to the mods in the building on today. T Smith and T Lady Boogie. And I think Latte came in earlier as well. Thank you, ladies, so much. I love you all, and y'all have a blessed day. And happy 4th of July. Bye.
You just flip through truth with the open book. If you felt that heat, like share and stay locked in. Another chapter done, but we far from finished. Truth on the mic, yeah, we handle business. Real talk, no fluff, just facts and fire. From the book to the block, we taking it higher. The open book. Every voice matters, every lie shatters. Catch you next page.